Hello and welcome to the Friday night episode of the Blitz Pickup. And we have a lot to get through. I just want to say it's another win for New Jersey. Like, if you guys have been, tracking me while I track all the wins for New Jersey, we'll get into that a little bit later because, some people, stand on business. And when they see people talking about them, it's on site. Shout out to Jersey for that. But getting into the show, as we always do, today we're going to talk about, can the Miami Dolphins prove the doubters and the haters wrong that they're ranked number 32? That's a very crazy start to the power rankings. Also, is 4.5 too low? I mean, I know how I feel about it, and we know how Tone feel about it. So this is going to be a very interesting conversation. And then we have some things to review, some interviews that were put out, and we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about mindset, and we're going to talk about growth, development, and leadership. As always, let's get into the show, Tone. Let's get to it.
Insanity, what's good? How you doing?
You know what? I just want to say shout out because this is like the first time in a long time that that you've come up and I can hear you. Look at that. We get some things worked out.
You know what? Appreciate you. That is, you know what? Shout out to us being what happened? We got to figure out what happened because you didn't leave or come back or nothing. You know what? Maybe it's Friday. I should probably be taking a shot today, but I might have to chill because the fight's tomorrow, and we might have to save that to save my liver for tomorrow. We got the fight tomorrow. We got two we got two World Cup games tomorrow, and we got the fight tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna save it. Shout out to David. I see you in the building. Shout out to you, my brother. Cookie Monster. Shout out to you, Von Joe. Hitting that like button. Nay. One time for Bam. Hello. I see you put Team Bam. Insanity. Shout out to you. Nay put one time for Bam. Listen. Shout out to both of them having different versions of sight. Tyler Hero was on a website. So he was tweeting on site. Mm-hmm. And Bell was literally on site. And I'm talking about eyesight. One was with the SITE, one was with the SIGHT. I'm just saying, shout out to Bell for being on SIGHT.
Dude, as soon as you saw him.
Bam said, listen, Bam, listen, playoff 2026. I was going to put something for the Bam, but, for the show, I had to do playoff 2026 to show my support because me and my brother, shout out to my brother, before I even start trolling, shout out to our brother, I keep saying mine, but our brother, Lou, successful, he finally made it home. Let us know that, he was feeling good. He was able to pop up in the space, talk trash. But I told him, I say, ask your brother, that cares about you. The last time you got out of surgery and came directly back online and started talking trash, you end up back in surgery. So let's relax. Take your time this time, my brother. Keep that blood pressure down. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'm looking out for my brother's well-being.
Got this.
Family first, health is first. We could get back to arguing. I know y'all love. Listen, I miss arguing. I love arguing. But the season's coming up, so the argument will be back. So we'll be back on fire here. But listen, outside of that, in the name of arguing, I know one person that he wasn't trying to argue with no one. You hear me? He had no word for no one. He ain't let nobody know what we go. You know what? Listen, I always said this. I couldn't stand Tyler Hero. I always say if Tyler Hero is your number one player, your number one scorer, you're not winning with him. And I always said Bam is a number two. Bam can't be your number one. He has to be your number two, right? But the way he handled this, listen, I have nothing but respect. This is all I got to say to Bam.
God damn it, I like the way you do business.
My boy did not talk, tweet, didn't reach out. He didn't do nothing. He was quiet, and it was nothing but action speak louder than words. When I see you, it's on. Shout out to Bam from the old school, handling that business. Bam is my new favorite Miami Heat player. Oh, he's my new favorite Miami Heat player. Listen, Dwayne Wade, I'm sorry, my good brother. Y'all could be 1A, 1B. Y'all be 1A, 1B. But hey. Listen.
What is you?
Answer your open. Listen, y'all know how much Tyler Hero has plagued me. I couldn't watch the Heat. I couldn't. These last two, I would say two because I don't think it's been three. But these last two seasons has been the only season that I have went to 0 Miami Heat games. 0. I went to none. I wasn't going to watch that product. But my man Bam,
your man Bam,
out there handling business like the old school way. Shout out to Bam, man. But hey, for saying this all on you, I know you said Jersey got a victory. I just want to say, Bam, listen, my brother.
Yeah.
I don't care about your stats. I don't really care. That was that UD type energy right there. Yeah, that you done. Like, listen, don't worry.
I want to know where Udonis ranked. I get Hero.
I can't wait to hear what Udonis.
Sorry, D Wade being number one. So you is from.
Well,
Miami,
I would say this
from the crib, right?
Who? Udonis? Yes. Oh yeah, born and raised Miami-Dade.
Right. Came back, played, won the championships.
Listen, Udonis is so Miami-Dade County. He went to Miami High School. It's Miami High. That's the high school he went to. So yes, but everything. But go ahead, man. Listen, shout out to Bam. I'm proud. Listen, I can't stop smiling. I'm proud.
Shout out to Bamonte Adebayo, from Newark, New Jersey. Born. He got it on.
Shout out to Newark. And you know what? Sue Surfing from Newark.
Yep.
And Bam from Newark. Whoever from Newark, y'all got respect for me because Sue Surfing is one of my favorite battle rappers, and Bam is now my favorite Miami. Huh?
Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, Newark.
He's from Newark.
He's from Newark.
Oh, so hey, you know what? Newark is one of my favorite places now. I've been to Newark. I'm not gonna lie, I've been there, but only to do little driving. It's a little grimy out there. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a little grimy. I felt right at home. I was outside. It was late night. I was outside. It was, you know what?
It was vibes.
It was cool. I'm just saying. It was vibe.
It was environment. Oh
yes. So shout out to Newark.
Yeah, listen, as you know, a nice little suburban, woman. I remember the first time someone took me to Newark and they parked, and I said, "Why did you park?" I said, "This is not my environment. Like, absolutely. Like, hey, get this car out of here." They're like, "Nah, you're fine." I'm like, "You're crazy. Like, what's up?"
Can I ask for a request?
Yeah, what's up?
So, maybe this season. It's either this season or next year, but I'm leaning more to this season by how things going. I'm planning on going to the MetLife Takeover. Now I'm just asking you, can you show me where Newark is? That's all I'm asking. Take me to Newark. Can you take me to Newark?
But here's the thing. Newark good now because
I want to go to Bam's hometown. I want to go where he's from. Take me right there.
You just okay. You take.
I want to go there.
So you where his house was? Like this is
where he was raised, where he learned that mentality at. Please take me there.
Listen, for what it's worth, I think I don't know how many years he lived in there. I know he was born there and then he moved, I believe, to one of the Carolinas or something like that, and like grew up there and stuff like that. But yeah, he got it honest. Yeah, I can definitely do that to you. But listen, now all my North people, I'm cool with it. Listen, there's two sides, and I be downtown, going to the New Jersey Devil games and all that, and it's cool. They got some good food, because they got the spots.
Yeah.
If you know,
that.
But
I'm trying.
You don't care. You just.
I'm just trying to see where Bam was raised. That's all I'm trying to do. Shout out to our brother in the building. Like I said, he said Bam that's a lie. He said, wait, hold on. One quick. I forgot. I wasn't ready for this. He said Bam is a punk bullying the weak.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
All I'm saying is, don't run your mouth. Talk S, get H. Input the words right there. The H stand for hit. So listen, that's all. Don't talk about it, be about it. You run your mouth, it comes with that. Now, y'all remember when because I said he reminded me of UD, and UD had an interview and talking about how he was outside waiting for a certain individual on a team because they thought it was all cool, but they went too far. This was in Memphis because he went too far with the trash talking. And Bam said, listen, you can say what you want, but see where I'm from, like he said, from Miami-Dade, you get held accountable for your words. That's all I'm saying. A lot of people say sticks and stone can hurt my bones, but word can never hit me. No. Words, you allowed to say whatever you want.
Yes.
Just understand there's consequences to that. Where we from, there will be repercussions. Shout out to Bam. He live on that same. But he say, but I'll soon. He said, but I soon. Well, I guess I'll soon be back. I mean, I should be back sooner than later. Sorry. He said I should be back sooner than later. Listen. We hope it's sooner and not later, but we need you fully recovered, my good brother. Fully recovered, and then salute Tony for insanity, like always. But listen, I'm glad to hear. Listen, it was such a refreshing thing for me to hear him up there ready to argue. Even when I went up there, I was like, nah, man, I don't. You know what I'm saying? He said, nah, Tony, I just want to argue. You know what I mean? So, listen, that's always a welcoming sight for me when my brother want to argue. But yeah, man. Shout out to you, Lou. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah. Final comments is, I'm definitely going to go and get that Bam jersey. And I will be getting rid of my only gold edition Tyler Hero jersey because people in the queue took all the Waves, took all the Haslam, took all the Jimmies, took all the Bams. So I got stuck with a Hero. I wanted one, and now I gotta get rid of that bad boy. But anyway, you ready to listen? I'm not trying to make you mad. You ready to get in the show?
Yes.
Yes. Ready? Okay. So recently, ESPN ranked the Miami Dolphins number 32 in their power rankings based off of the roster. Tony, do you believe that the Miami Dolphins can prove the doubters and the haters wrong?
Yes.
And ESPN.
Yeah. So, and shout out to ESPN. I think what the Miami Dolphins should do is use this for bulletin board material. 32. So basically, essentially, what they did was they called every single player on this roster out, right? And now we know that the 53 hasn't been set yet. We got that, but them labeled them the 32nd. That means they say this is the worst roster. So they mean overall, they're looking at this roster and saying, "HA, you might be a good player, but not good enough. Aaron Brewer, you may be an All-Pro. That's not good enough. Jordan Brooks, okay, All-Pro. That's not good enough. The rest of y'all are trash." That's basically what they're saying. The rest of this team is straight trash. I will put that up in the locker room, in the walking in the hallway, to remind them all training camp, this is what they think of y'all. Because what half we want? Mental tough people. You want people with the mindset, right? And when I see that type of thing, I want people that look at that and take it offensive and say, okay, it's up to me to prove y'all wrong. I got something for y'all. When we come into the season, we're going to be out there showing y'all why we're not the 32nd ranked roster. And we're going to want people, shout out, we're going to talk about my brother Patrick Paul a little later. We're going to want people not want to play against us this season. Even if they, let's say, quote unquote, don't have a 10, 11 win season. Every time they get on the field, I want them to be tough. Look, I see your face. I want them to be tough. I want them to make it a drag out. I want them to make a dog fight. I want to see that dog-like mentality. I want to see all of these things. I'm going to talk about my GOAT, which is my favorite athlete in all sports, Michael Jordan. My favorite athlete. See, Michael Jordan was, once he got at his peak, he was so ahead of the game and he was accomplishing everything. He had to find any and everything to motivate him. Anything, any little small thing that you said, that you doubted him on. You could say, oh, he came out here, he had 52 last game, but this game, he probably only going to get 51. He going to say, oh, he disrespected me. What he said, I'm falling off. Every little thing, he's going to magnify it. You know why? Because all the great ones understand that the mental part of sports is the most important thing, and not being complacent. Shout out to my good brother Patrick Paul. We're going to talk about him later. I'm going to drop that name until we get there, because everything that I have been talking about and that we've been speaking up over here, Patrick Paul said a lot of that stuff on that interview on Teron Armstead. We'll get there, right? But as far as this 32 out of 32, everyone should take it personal. Every single one. Even the one that may get a little respect, take that personal too, because you're saying I'm on the team I'm part of that team. I'm part. And football is the ultimate team sport, right? You have almost every other sport, no matter which one you look at it. I'll say outside hockey might be the closest to it. But you get one star and it could change your whole team. It could change your whole team. I'm saying like this one bona fide star, it could change the team. Now you got to have good players, but I'm saying just get one star, right? Like you could do things. Go and like baseball. You could go get you a Barry Bonds or a Mike McGuire or right now. Well, I can't even use the Dodgers because they got too many goddamn stars. But you get you one good star and it can make the team look better because those are sports you get 1 or 2 points technically and you're looking good. Now baseball, it's becoming a little different. You got to be getting like 4, 5, 6 points now when it comes to baseball. But typically you get a few and you're good. Basketball, you get you one bona fide guy, he can carry you. Might not win a championship, but you get you one guy and a bunch of role players, you can win one, right? Any and all the other individual sports, they're just individual sports. But in football, it's the ultimate team sport. One guy can't change the franchise. They can't, right? Even if you can have the best quarterback in the world, he still needs that offensive line to block for him. He still, right? He can't do it. He can't overcome that. It's certain things that you just can't overcome in football because it's a team aspect. So for them to be ranked that, I'm taking that personal. Now, can they prove them wrong? Yes. I just wanted to go on that rant. But yes, they can prove them wrong. You want to know why they can prove them wrong? Because I like so far the mental, I said so far, I won't say so far so good because I know how much you like that slogan. But so far the mental makeup of this team and what Sully and Happy said, how they want to build their team and the type of players that they bought, watching them and watching how they carry themselves, they're more of the do the dirty work type players. They're more of the mentally tough players, team oriented. So guess what? Those are the type of ones those are the type of players that you could build a team. Remember when the Dolphins had the no-name defense?
Yes.
They won great individually, but as a collective, guess what? There was a great unit. I think collectively, this offensive line who said they want to be the focal point and the identity of this team, guess what? You have your opportunity now. O-line, you have your opportunity to make this a grinded out, run, tough, hard-nosed team and change the outlook of this team. We might be 32 individually, as individual players, but as a team, let's see where you rank, where they become ranked then. And that's the mindset that I want. And I believe that is exactly how they're going to prove these guys wrong. Because I do believe, I don't forget about 9, 10, 11 wins. I 100% believe this team is going to be better than what the outside, the media, and everyone's saying they are. 100%. Now, I'm going to let you get it in there because I got a lot more to say. But yes, play as a team, play tough, hard-nosed football, grind it out, and make everyone come to the Hard Rock and say, I don't want to pay them guys because there's a bunch of dogs over there, and you in for a fight. But yeah, that's how they're gonna change the narrative.
Now, Tone, I hate to do this to you, but I felt your passion. I felt, everything that you said, right? Because, like you said, they should take it personal, right? But the people who did this ranking, who looked at the team, who looked at the roster, it was nothing personal about it. But yes, they can take it personal for anyone who wants to say that, right? It was based off of, hey, we're looking at the players and we're measuring it up against what the other teams have to present in the league. Now, what you said was so beautiful. And yes, they can. I just need to know for me, not even for a friend this time, just for me, proving the doubters wrong that you're not 32 is as simple as being number 31, number 32, number 30, because you're technically not the worst. Where do you think proving them wrong looks at. Like, should they be in the 20? Did they have to get to the 20s? Did they have to get to the teens? Like, because I mean, being one spot up is technically proving wrong. You're not the worst team.
No,
I need to know what that looks like for you personally.
So what? 32. See, they just put 32 teams because it's 32 teams in the league, right? So they basically just saying it's the worst roster,
right?
When I say take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not because let's say for instance, they end up let's say tied for the 6th or 7th worst record. You know what I'm saying? So it's 7 teams down there, right? They just didn't eke out the wins. Mm-hmm. But as a team, playing when teams come to face them, they're not going to say, "Hey, man, that's the 32 ranked team," because even though we eked out a victory, that was one of the toughest teams that we faced. You get what I'm saying?
So now I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying? So listen, don't tell me that's a 32 worst roster, because at the end of the day, the team, look at Kansas City and Baltimore. Look at how they roster was, but look where they where they felt in the ending, the record wise. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not looking for them just to want to get 1 or 2 level. I want them to, when teams think about where is this roster, because that's outside. That's gonna be outside, the noise. I want the players. That's why I use Michael Jordan, because the players on the field, they didn't do this ranking.
Right.
They didn't do it, but guys like Michael Jordan would take that and make it seem like the players did it, and make it seem like because they did that, I have to prove something to all of y'all, just in case y'all believe them. So what I want them to do is take it more from the standpoint of this roster is a roster that should be feared and should be paid attention to, because you can't go in there lacking. If you got the 32 ranked roster, guess what? You're lacking. You're basically, teams going. That's the team that you be like, oh, overlooked. Can they be overlooking the Miami Dolphins? You know what I'm saying? Like if you got a team, you're looking forward, looking past them,
making us the trap game team.
The trap game. There you go. That's a great way to put it. We can't be the trap game team. If you want to say, if they want us to be, inside the, let's say, middle of the pack. Oh, they were more middle of the pack. That's cool. That's why I would assume that they should at least get there. But if I'm going to say how I want them to think about this team, I want them, after they play the Dolphins, I don't want them to think about a ranking of the roster. I just want everyone talking about, okay, when you go play the Dolphins, it's going to be a bunch of dogs. You got to play to where they not thinking about whether this team is ranked the 32nd or 34th. They're not thinking about that. We don't have time to focus on what y'all said about these, because we know from what everyone has said, when you go in there and play the Miami Dolphins, no, it's going to be a dogfight.
Right.
And that's going to make them eliminate or forget about all that 32nd ranked roster. So I'll put it like that. I want them to forget about what ESPN ranked any team, or let's just say the Dolphins, and just say, man, we can't worry about what they said. We got to focus on beating them, because if we not on our game, then we could lose, right? But if you want me to give you a number, I'll say, man, yeah, they better be at minimum 15. At minimum 15 ranked roster.
15?
Yeah.
Well, shout out to that. I'm going to say this, and I mean this from the depths of my heart as someone who believes, we are going to go under 4.5, which we will get to in the next segment, right? The way you put it, yes, I believe they can prove the doubters wrong that way. Any other way, I don't, respectfully, because.
So you think they still going to be the 32nd ranked team roster at the end of the season?
Oh, no. But I think that they're going to be.
Okay.
I'm going to say this, and I want to put it in a way to where we get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Where we get it right. Respectfully, the players that are currently on this team, right? When I do look at other rosters, like I said, it's not personal. I understand why the Miami Dolphins are currently ranked number 32. As of right now, I don't think teams, I feel like if you're a real team and you really love football, you don't take any team lightly, right? You be like, all right, we know we can beat them, or we feel like we can beat them, but that's when you fall into a trap game, when you're too ahead of yourself, right? Or you're overlooking that team and they just surprise you, right?
Yeah.
I do believe that the Miami Dolphins will go out there, give these teams a run for their money. But I think when we look back at this roster and we look at where we have the depth chart at compared to what we're going to be able to do next year, there's going to be a lot of places where we can, improve, get better talent, get better player. Do I think that any of these players are going to play themselves into a permanent starting role? I mean, there's some candidates outside of, some of the rookies and stuff like that. But it's like, how many of those do we really think we want to retain right now looking at the roster? Compared to, like you said, they have to go out there and play. So looking at it from that, right, once we see the play, it'll be very interesting for me to then come back and ask you, Tone, how many of these players do you think you want to keep? Or name the players that you want to keep on this roster. I do believe they're going to play physical. I believe they're going to play with heart. I think they're going to play, with this chip on their shoulder where they want to show and they prove. Record-wise, I don't see it. But like I said, when you explain it the way that you explained it, I'm all on par with that vision because of the way that Hafley has these young men preparing already, the way he's going to practice, the way he's going to push them. And then when I talk about the leadership and some of the experience of Malik, having Divine HN, having a defensive-minded coach that can hopefully keep us in these games where the score does not get out of hand and we have a shot at these, right? Yes, they can absolutely compete with it. And listen, for what it's worth, and it's a beautiful thing, right? When we look at where our schedule is, right? We are going to get to see how much we can compete with some of these teams. And that is a beautiful thing because if you're going to prove the doubters wrong, this might be the lineup and the schedule to do it with. Respectfully, correct? Do you think we play enough good teams or potential playoff teams to prove like we can play with those guys?
On paper, I would say, yeah, this roster looks crazy. But I will ask you a question, right?
Yeah,
and this is why I'm gonna say I didn't take it from the standpoint that you said, like record wise.
Yeah.
So you do know Kansas City won 6 games last year.
Yeah, I said records don't tell everything. But
that was 12. But you said if it's record wise, you don't think that they could prove them wrong.
Because here's the respectfully, right? When they do the power rankings, right? A part of that week by week, it's not about part of it's about how they play, but they also look at the record and wins and losses. So if they're going to incorporate that in their grading, then I don't think they break through because of that. Like that's a part of their grading.
But that means you saying that we're going to finish with the worst record in the league. If you go for,
because I said we don't have to finish 32, but I said I don't think we get out of the realm to like where like I don't think we get to 15.
But okay, that's good. That's based off my take. But I'm saying, but what about the ranking, the 32 out of 32? You do think they're going to prove that part wrong, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think they'll be 32 at the end of it. No, I definitely don't think they'll be 32. No.
But that's not going to be good to you. That won't be proving nothing because just a minor increase is not 32 and 27. There's not a big difference from that. Is what you're saying.
I feel like that wouldn't be enough for me to feel like they proved them wrong, and that's just the feeling.
Okay, and I can respect that from
that's just the feeling. Because technically it is proving them wrong. But that's for me, for the feel of it, I'll be like, okay, like we got to 27. All right, who are we drafting? Like that would then be my conversation. Who are we like, I'm not saying right now I'm on to the 2027 draft because I'm not. But last year I was on to 2026, like off the rip, off the jump. Like I was just already, and look, prove me wrong, right? Because we weren't picking in the top 10.
Okay. You know what?
Technically
we did. You're right.
Technically we did it. I mean,
we was 11.
We was nipping on it, but we didn't. We didn't.
We was
do
11
it,
and we traded back. So uh, from that standpoint, then you know what? I can't give too much pushback. I will say this though. Um, for them to be ranked 32nd and then
Mm-hmm.
to come in and say, well, we was, let's say we had the 26 to 27 worst record, I will lean way closer towards you and be like, they technically they proved it wrong, but to me it's like no, it's the same thing. So I can respect from that standpoint because that's my mentality as well. That's why I said a minimum of 15 because that's like no. If you 50, I could have stopped at 16. I like Game Boy 305 said. I mean, sorry, not Game Boy. Shout out to Game Boy 305, my nemesis. But Mike Best said 15 would be proving them wrong, and I thought that was a perfect number because you right above mid.
Mid, yep.
But the bottom tier, you right above that. So they can't call you a bottom tier. It's kind of like when you hit that 800 mark, Bill Parcells said, one thing they can't do, they can't call us losers. That's when Dallas went on that little, they was on a down streak
Yeah.
when they wasn't good. They went on that little low and they was under 500 for like 3 or 4 years in a row. That's when they had the Quincy Carters and all them at quarterback. And he brought in Tony Romo and they got to, 8-8. Well, they got to the 8 victories before the season was over. And they actually, I think, ended up winning like 10 or 11 games that season. He was like, one thing they can't do this year is call us losers no more. I think just making that 16 is you could say that way. You can't call us losers no more. But then it's like such a small difference between the upper echelons and the bottom tier. You need to be 15. Well, at least I made it to the upper echelon. That y'all can't say, you can't question and say, well, your roster is 2 to 3 players away from being in the bottom or 32, around 32.
Right.
That's why I say that. Listen, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm slipping real quick, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm about to post pin the thing at the top of the comment section so y'all can just click it and subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe. Shout out to everyone that got us above 900. We grow. Every episode we've been growing. That's one thing I can say since every episode we've been growing and growing and growing and continue that trend. We're only 97 away from 1,000, my good people. 97 away from 1,000. And yeah, so appreciate y'all. That is our next giveaway. So y'all keep doing that. But with all that being said, and vote on the poll. Make sure y'all vote on the poll. We cool. One last thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know about our community, the YouTube community. I'm just learning, right? So doing some research. I did open the community, so the questions, y'all put the questions in there. Comment. I do repost the shows on there so it could be easier to get to, things like that. You don't have to surf through it. So y'all make sure y'all just go in there and be active on our community too as well. But yeah, go ahead, Vicinity.
You ready to get to the next topic, Tone?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is where we will probably part ways. And it was a fun time, Tone. It was a time for us to be alive. We start with harmony.
It ain't never fun it's never fun when we're on the same side. But go ahead.
It is what it is. So currently, if you've not checked the line, the Miami Dolphins over under is at 4.5 wins. Tone, we are not a team full of stars, but we do feel like a team and a unit to what your point was, right? Do you think that 4.5 is too low for a team that is built the way that Hafley and Sully have built this team?
Absolutely. I think it's too low because I think what and this is the outside people, this is what the media do, and this drives numbers and click, and you get that engagement.
Yeah.
It's easy to say. One thing I learned, and this is a shout out, and this is going to be kudos to us as Miami Dolphin fans. We're very active on social media.
Yes.
When you have the ESPN columnists and all of the people, the anchors and things like that saying, I know that fan base is going to come at me. Even though, we haven't been the top tier teams and things like that, but they understand the loyalty of our fans, at least how active we are. That lets you know that our fan base is active on social media, right? So, but they're going to get the engagement. They know you say something like throw 4.5 out there, the Miami Dolphins are going to react. You're going to get a lot of engagement when it comes to those type of things. But guess what? I believe they are falling in the same trap that I think most fans do because, we just love our team and we like incitement. They fall in love with the skill position guys, the glitz, the glamour.
Absolutely.
Oh man, they lost Tyreek Waddle. No, they brought in a Malik Willis, unproven. That's rightfully so. That's one, unproven. No. There's no way they could win more than 4.5 games. No way. Now I'll rebuttal and say, when the last time, even the Miami Dolphins, that we haven't won more than 4 games? It's a while back. 2015, I think it was. No, not 2015. 2000 and it had to be before that. Whenever we went 1-5, the Camp Cameron year. Whatever that Camp Cameron year was, that's when
I was like, go ahead.
That's the 1-15 year. That's the 1-15 year. So yes, but outside of that, we're at least good for 5. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just think even Brian Flores won 5 with that team he had. He was able to get 5 wins out of that team. So you're not gonna tell me that just because you're looking at this team and they're going on quote unquote a rebuild, that they can't win 5. I would say this, because as much as I say I have hopium, right, with this team, and I'm being positive, just to give my best case scenario, if the Dolphins lose, well, if they don't win more than 4 games, I'm going to be highly disappointed. I am. You understand? We say this not going to be a good year and they tear it down. I'm sorry though. If we can keep the same energy for this team, when Brian Flores was there, that was a teardown year. They tried to pay that man to lose games. Remember, with Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, right? He didn't have the top quarterback. He didn't have a top team. I wonder where they would have ranked that roster. I guarantee it would have been the bottom 28. And no higher than 29. I guarantee they would have ranked that roster no higher than 29. He got 5 wins out of that. So happily, you have to at least get 5 wins with this team, minimum. And we could talk about how Malik Willis and the rest of the players, long as they're maturing and developing as the season go. But at a bare minimum, you have to. Why am I'm and that's a hard stance for me. You want to know why? Because you went out and invested in the Malik Willis. You did. You didn't have to do that. You went out and you paid Achane. We already locked in Aaron Brewer. And then Jordan Brooks, if he come back, can you please tell me, looking at this team and looking at that 2019 team, would you say we got more talent on this team? From that standpoint, position for position, I'll say it's more talent. Now, I'm not even naming, Patrick Paul and things like that. And if Austin Jackson can stay healthy, but it's a bunch of first rounders on this team. We're not going to act like it isn't. There's a lot of first rounders on this team. So if you can't get to 5, listen, if they can't get to 5, no. Now, with the team that they got, and they want to run first in the philosophy, I think he drafted players to at least, at bare minimum, execute that type of game plan. To be a run first team, don't give the other offenses a lot of opportunities to score and do things like that, to where you can get at least 5 wins. Mm-hmm. And if they don't do that, it's a failure. That season is a failure. I know people saying, "Oh, this is a year that we not expecting the wins." I'm not either, but I am expecting more than 4. I don't care.
Wait. Hold up. Pause. You said this is a season where people don't expect us to win a lot of games.
Yes.
And you don't either.
Yes. No. When I'm saying expecting, it's like this is not. They have to. Like if you don't win a lot of games, then we get y'all out of the building. You get what I'm saying? Not like that. So if let's just say they don't live up to, let's say the 9, 10, 11. But if they get 7, 8, 9, or let's say 7, 8. I mean, keep 9, 7, 8, and they look, the par, and they was losing games here and there. I'll be disappointed, but it'll be acceptable. Like, okay, we seen some promise. Mine's its best case scenario, right? It's not realistically, but mine's its best case scenario. Best case scenario, you're gonna get 10, 11 wins, and I ultimately landed on 10 for the best case scenario. So no, I won't be disappointed in a 6, 7, or 8 win season. But if anything 4 and below, yes, I don't care. My worst case scenario does not come with below 4 wins vicinity. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Even if they land on 4, you failed in my eyes, and I'm looking at Jeff Happy sideways. Like, bro, you couldn't get 5 wins, and I don't care about the people, the name on the name that the team that we playing. I don't care about that.
I don't care.
No,
Absolutely.
football is played on the field, not on paper.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a 1-15 team compete with all the top dogs and lose by 1 possessions.
Mm-hmm.
So don't tell me about you can't get no 5 wins. I watched Brian Flores. I'm gonna let you go right. Hold on. I watched Brian Flores win 5 games with no one on that roster. No one. But go ahead.
Okay. I just want to acknowledge that you said you saw a 1-15 team compete 1-score games, 1 possession games, right? They competed. But Tony got 1 win.
Right, but look what they invested though. You got to understand why I'm saying that. That was the team that you can get away with that. But I seen how competitive they were. But if they would have invested in a quarterback, a running back, an all-pro center, if they would have did that, had 2 first-round draft picks that year for that season, that team didn't have that. This team do. Respectfully.
They have investments. Yes. Okay. As a fan of the Miami Dolphins, being loyal to the logo, all the stuff, Miami Dolphins have the number 1 team, the greatest football team. Take the ball from goal to goal.
Dolphin, the greatest football team. Take the goal from goal to goal. Yeah, that.
You don't know how many times I listened to that on repeat so that I could memorize it. Like literally one night
I get what you're saying.
To learn our fight song, I wasn't going to the games, respectfully. And they go to commercial after a touchdown. So I was like, oh, does Miami have a fight song? And I learned that they did. Learned it. Cool. Tone, as a fan, yes, 5 wins. I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to be heartbroken. I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be distraught. I'm waiting for the butt. Laughing, from all the ice and water that you've had to pour in your head, the whole season. But I will be hurt. It would be painful. I also do. And maybe this is just the post.
I actually agree, Mr. K. Okay. I actually agree. Very strong in the league. It is.
Hold up. We gonna circle back to that.
Our song is the worst. I can say I know our fight song, but acknowledge that it's the worst song. I've been into a lot of stadiums now. I've heard a lot of team songs, and I haven't heard a worse one yet. I'm sorry, and I ain't gonna lie. I can't give him praise, but hey, man, I've been in Buffalo. So go ahead though.
They didn't even write their own lyrics. All they did was change a word.
Why can't we do that? Go ahead. Yes. Go ahead, Vicente.
I think I'm trying for the first time in a long time, trying to keep my sanity by preparing myself for what could happen. Because to your point, Tone, and I absolutely agree to this, I believe we can compete. I believe that we can be competitive. It's those, like to your point with the 1-15, those 1 possession losses that sting, and you look back, well, had we done this or that or whatever, so many things, right? We can go, a whole, multi-universe effect, right? Butterfly effect. There we go. If we had done something differently, we could have won that game. Of course, there's those plays in every single game. There's always a play you want back, no matter what, right? I don't see it. And I know that you see it, and it's not the hopium in you, it's not the fan, but you do always put the caveat. Best case scenario if everything goes according to plan. Here's the NFL though. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Nothing ever goes according to plan. So even my plan that I think is going to be laid out could be wrong. And I remember when we did the schedule release, first, reaction, live reaction, and record prediction after the schedule release. Make sure if you haven't seen that show, go back and watch that show because it was amazing. You gave a legitimate reason
for 11
why
wins.
For every single one of those 11 wins. I could say a lot of them are circumstantial reasons, 100% circumstantial, but you gave a reason, that correlated to, research and fact and evidence and data points. Cool. I can't let myself go there, Tone. I really can't. I think for what it's worth, we are going to see competitive football. But sometimes you just know, to some people's points, and I know you're going to say, well, this team, there's a lot of variables that go into a season why teams played the way that they played and lost the games or won the games that they did or whatever. Sometimes people or players are overvalued, right? Or they're given too much, grace or too much benefit of the doubt, right? Right now, the Dolphins aren't playing with any benefit of the doubt outside of HM being on the field, right? So the other guys have to, show that. And the only reason why I say that is because Tone, and I go back to this point, we don't know what this team is going to look like. Outside of them saying they want to run the ball first, they got to do it successfully. They want to be physical. They got to go out there and show it, right? We've heard, I got you. Let me just wrap this up real quick. Give me 30 seconds, okay? They have to show me, because I have given a lot of the benefit of the doubt. I have given a lot of grace. I have given, well, if we do this or this, or I can see us. Of course, you want to see it as a fan. I think, to your point though, 5. If we only get to 5, yes, I'm very disappointed as a fan because that's where my heart lies. But like the realist in me is saying, get prepared. And I know you're about to come up with some outrageous stats and facts, and that's cool. We're not those teams that you're about to bring up. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
I'm not coming up with no outrageous stats. I was just going to say, I just wanted to insert right there and let you finish. Running the football is a mindset.
It's a mindset, yeah.
And their whole message from the first time that they stepped in this building was what? Mindset. That's how they want to build a team, and that's what they're looking for going forward with. So, yes, they better run the ball. And being successful sometimes just requires you to be what? Consistent. Sticking with it. Don't give up just because you're not successful the first 2-3 drives. You understand? That's all play forward. Do not allow teams to make you one-dimensional. So, yeah. I have a quick question before we go to Patrick Paul, right? I have some three gentlemen over here on the screen. We have, I don't know, y'all 2000, y'all youngsters, right? Y'all don't even know who that is in 2000. Y'all have to Google to see who that is. That's Lamar Miller, right? I mean, Lamar Smith, sorry.
I was about to say, hold up.
That's
Miller
Lamar
was a little
Smith.
bit later, so go ahead.
Y'all know who that young man is right there? That young man, when that 26, that Deuce 6, is responsible for the very last Miami Dolphins playoff victory. Shout out to them. We beat the Indianapolis Colts in double overtime. He had over 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Shout out to him. Quarterback by Jay Fiedler. Jay Fiedler is the last quarterback to get a playoff victory for the Miami Dolphins. The Jay Fiedler that retired, Dan Marino. I'm joking. It was Mark Brunell, but he came into that game, that 62-7 playoff loss that we had. He came in and threw a touchdown against that team. Jay Fiedler. We say, you know what? Come on over here, my brother. We could use the quarterback. Dan Marino out of here. So yes, that Lamar Jackson. And then you go to the 2008. These are all the prior to Mike McDaniels, the team that made playoffs. 2008. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know who that is. If y'all might be a little bit older, that's Ronnie Brown, right? Ronnie Brown was the catalyst of that team. And then for the most part, all of us know Jay Ajayi. We were there for 2016. We were all old enough. We was all had the mental capacity to understand football and understand what it takes to win and enjoy those 200 rushing games. Two of them to the Buffalo Bills, which is why he gonna always be part of one of my favorite Dolphins. Because when you go and put 200 on the Buffalo Bills that's been a thorn in our side from day one, yeah, I respect that. And then one of them was against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is known for the defense. So yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, those teams were the last teams that we won playoff games. Can you do me a favor, Sandy? Can you give me the skill possessions, quarterback, wide receiver, maybe throwing a tight end, running backs on that team?
Okay.
That 2000 team, please.
2000 team. It was led by Jay Fiedler. Sorry, my bad. Jay Fiedler.
Jay Fiedler.
Lamar Smith, to your credit. Aronde Gadsden. Shout out to Aronde.
OG.
Shout out to Aronde. You can't just say that and not acknowledge him. And the tight end was Hunter Goodwin.
What was the other wide receiver?
Being on that roster too.
What was the other wide receiver? Can you give me the other wide receiver?
Leslie Shepard.
Leslie Shepard. Y'all don't even what number he was? Number 84. I know. I'm old enough. Let me just pop my collar.
Yeah, you old
number
enough.
84. You know what I'm saying? Like you threw that shot. Now we had a good defense. That's the Zach Thomas defense. I want that's the Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor. One of my favorite defense. Daryl Gardner, Tim Bowen, two of my favorite D tackles. You wasn't running the ball on that defense. You was not. That's Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison. So that defense was loaded. But that team identity was running the football. When I talk about the glitz and glams, Sam Madison and Patrick Surtain wasn't those type of dudes coming out of college. They wasn't. Was it Brock Marion and who was the
Brock?
Other? Brock Marion and who was the other one?
Brian Walker.
Safety. Brian Walker, number 45. He was I know him. He was the unsung hero back there. Now Troy Vincent wasn't on that team, the 2000 team. But yes, those were that team was built tough. Built tough. I liked it. Yeah, T-Buck a little bit further back on there for you. You showing your age. You're in the 90s, my good brother. You're in the 90s. T-Buck and Troy Vincent, yeah. But those teams was built tough. Ran the football, played hard, tough nose defense, and that's the last time we won a playoff victory. That's how we was built. Mm-hmm. Run the ball. They knew we run the ball. No one respected Jay Fiedler. Jay Fiedler, if I'm not mistaken, for Sandy, had 14 touchdowns and 14 interceptions that year. 14 touchdowns, and I don't think he threw for 3,000 yards that year.
They're not 2,400.
But I think Lamar had like 1,100 or something, or 1,200.
Yeah. 11.
How many touchdowns? Was it like 11?
He had 14 touchdowns.
14 touchdowns. Okay.
Well, 6. Well, yeah. Hold up. I don't know if that's combined, but yeah, 14. We're gonna go 14 touchdowns.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. That's how that team was built. Then you go. We already know how that 2018 was, right? We already know that. I think that was the Chad Pennington year.
Yep.
Chad Pennington, he did throw for 3,000 yards. I get that. But that team was Greg Camarillo. Y'all don't even know him.
I know Greg
Camarillo. And Fasano, I think, was our tight end, right? Fasano.
Yep.
Can you give me the I'm sorry. Give me the special skill positions, please. Quarterback, wide receivers, running back. Well, we know Ronnie Brown.
You had Greg Camarillo, Ted Ginn Jr., Anthony Fasano.
Yeah, he was on that team. So Ted Ginn Jr. and who's the other quarterback? I mean, Greg Camarillo. We already know who the quarterback was. That was Chad Pennington. Now, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me run off the starting defense? Just quick, run off that starting defense.
Okay.
If you have it in front of you.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, go ahead. Can you give me
Kendall Langford, Jason Ferguson, Vonnie Holiday, Matt Roth, Channing Crowder, Aiken. I'm sorry. Aiken.
Go ahead. I get it.
Joey Porter, Will Allen. I don't like to butcher people's names. I should have got the pronunciation on that. Andre Goodman, Jeremiah Bell,
or something. Ayodele.
Jeremiah Bell, miss him. And Ronaldo Hill.
Okay, so on that defense, I remember Will Allen had number 25, and Joey Porter. That was the year Joey Porter had like 17. I think he led 17 sacks or something like that, right? If I'm not mistaken, 17 or 18 sacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So outside of that, y'all don't know who Kendall Leftfoot is. Y'all don't even know Vonnie. Y'all probably don't even know we got Vonnie Holiday from Kansas City. Y'all don't know that. Y'all didn't know Matt Roth. He was 98, I think. Matt Roth played DN. Y'all don't know these people. Andre Goodman at cornerback. I didn't even know Andre Goodman played for us. Jeremiah Bell, I know who he was. He had number 37. I know Jeremiah Bell. And Ronaldo Hill, I forgot Ronaldo Hill played for us. How many wins did that team get? That team got 10 wins, right?
I believe so, yes.
That team got 10 wins and won a division.
Wait,
11-5. I'm sorry. That was the 11-5 year when we won a division and beat Brett Favre in the Jets to win the division. That's when Tom Brady got injured, right? Yep. That's that team. But look what that Ronnie Brown was the run. That's before we got Ricky Williams, people. But no, Ricky Williams on that team. Let me know. Was Ricky Williams on 2008? Yes. Let me see. Was Ricky Williams on that team? Yeah, he was. He was on that team. He was on that team. That was the Wildcat. I'm tripping. That was the Wildcat.
I'm like, yes, like
yeah, that was the Wildcat. Yeah, Wildcat. So, but running back. So the running back from the Cali. That wasn't the 1,800-yard running back. Ricky Williams. That wasn't that Ricky Williams. We could admit that. But guess what? They was tough and ran the ball. No one can tell me that defense. Y'all don't know who that defense is. Y'all don't know them. Y'all don't remember. Y'all not even old enough to know them. But that's the type of team that we built that was being able to have success in the in the league and get to the playoffs. Won a division title. That was the last time we won a division title.
Shout out to them boys.
I'm just reading off these names because these are not the glitz and glam guys, but they built that team in a way where it's tough. And how you supposed to win? Now, 2016, that's the year I believe Jarvis Landry was that was the Jarvis Landry Kenny Stills team, right? The wide receivers, and Tannehill. I love that Jarvis Landry. Can you give me the tight end? I don't remember the tight end for that team.
Marquise Gray and Deion Sims.
Marquise Grace and Deion Sims. Was that defense? How was that defense? Let me know if we had. You got him. You got him in front of you. Okay, you want to read them off, or
yeah, I don't. Listen, you want me to read them?
Holla at your boy. Let me know what that defense look like.
Like they got my heart listed at the bottom. If y'all know
Bobby McCain, I bet.
Yes, my heart. Okay. Like we not. It's always up for Bobby. Anyway, Cameron Wake and Dominican Sue, Jordan Phillips, Andre Branch, Kiko Alonso, Jelani Jenkins, Byron Maxwell, Tony Lippett. Jesus.
Wide receiver converted to
Rashad Jones, and of course, always Bobby McCain.
Shout out to Rashad Jones. Rashad Jones was my favorite player. You get what I'm saying? So look how that team was worked. That was a pretty good team.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But why would you even ask us that? Are you crazy? Come on up, my brother. We about to get up out of here now, dude. We got one more conversation to go. But at the end of the day, listen, this is what I would say. Look at how those teams was built.
Mm-hmm.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Lamar Miller team was coached by Dave Wanstead.
Yes.
The Ronnie Brown team was coached by Tony Sperano.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Adam Gase was the Jay Ajayi.
Of course, yes.
All of them was first time. The only one that wasn't a first time head coach was Dave Wanstead.
Yeah, Dave.
Wait, no.
Was that his head coach?
Wait. Was Dave Wanstead? Yeah, because he coached. No, because he was a coordinator at Chicago.
He was a coordinator, yeah.
So that means all first time head coaches. Oh, what a coincidence!
Listen!
What a coincidence, boy! The more you know. So all I'm saying is, for everyone that want to be down on the roster and thing, I just wanted to get a roster construction so we can see why Tony don't just be talking just to be talking. I've watched this team, right? The last time when I told you go look at the coaches, they typically, even though like I know you have Joe Philbin, Cam Cam Cameron, and Brian Flores. I think those the only team that was below 500 their first year. I think everybody else had eight and above. They was either 500 or above it, right, in their first year. So don't tell me about, oh, hold on, let's stop the show, y'all. Man, hold on. Let's get right. Hold on.
How did you feel about you?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You know, Lou threw us off for it. Threw us off for my good brother. How you doing? Oh, he see me over here rocking this hopium, and he want to come over here and rain on our parade. I know what you're coming up here to do. Go ahead, my good brother.
You know what? Where'd Insanity go?
She probably couldn't hear you, but she was. I don't know. She was having problems, but she probably couldn't hear you. Could you hear him?
Oh yeah, it for a second I didn't think I wanted to hear, my brother, come up here and argue. But you know what? I missed the Rabbit Dolphins, so I had to take a front seat just to reset. That's all. Hey Lou.
Hey Insanity, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I'm doing good. Finally at the house. I heard the opening monologue, and then I was gonna leave it alone. I was gonna stay away. I was gonna take my brother's advice, right? My brother told me earlier, stay away, get healthy. And first of all, before I even get started, salute to everybody that's in here. We about to get out of here, right? Like Tony told you. And again, Insanity and Tone have been doing a great job in my absence. With that being said, though, I got tired of the hoodwink, bamboozled, and swindled that Tony's been telling y'all. This man has been putting on for y'all since I've been away. Have y'all lost y'all's rabbit ass mind? This team is trash, bro.
There you go. See,
listen, we can bring up the 2014 and the 2018,
2008, 2016,
and the 2016 team. Unfortunately, none of those teams are showing up in 2026.
I said that earlier.
Yeah. Oh well, but what was y'all? See, I asked this question earlier. No one. How many of y'all had that 2016 team going to the playoffs? No one. They just came up with 5-11 season.
I'll say this: as a fan back then, I thought Dolphins were going to the playoffs every year. I would say that. I was talking about that.
See, but that's different. If you're just a positive fan, and think every year, that's different because that's just a fandom. I'm talking about if we were sitting here and we was on it, if we had the Blitz pickup going on, and we had to analyze that team coming up a 5-11 season, 5-11. How many of us was gonna come up here and say, nah, they're gonna win 10, they're gonna go 10-6 and go to the playoffs?
Well, I don't think nobody would have said that, but a squirrel finds a nut every day.
Okay,
right?
Go ahead.
That's lucky. All I'm saying is there's too many variables. I don't think now again a question because I don't remember. In 2016 though, did they change everything? Like head coach, general manager, things of that nature, like everything changed within the building?
No. They kept the same team, is what I'm saying. But that team went 5-11.
Well, just like you've been doing your homework though, Tone, and Insanity, it sounds like as well, seeing all the players that were on that team, this, that, and the third. I would love to know like some of the coaches that were on that team.
Well,
see if they were more established.
That's the team. They fired Joe Philbin, and that's what Adam Gates' first year.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, who was Adam Gaze like assistant coaches and stuff? Because again, Tony, and Insanity, you know that I've been saying this. I got question marks up and down the coaching staff as well. Like, we don't know what Bobby Slowick's going to do. That's a question mark.
Offensive coordinator was Clyde Christensen.
Well, again, go look at Clyde Christensen's record through a track record. He's a lot better than Bobby Slowick at doing his job.
Man.
Well, again, I'm just doing my homework, Tone. That's all I came up here to do.
Man.
Just doing my homework.
Was he? So I'm looking at him right now. Don't tell me to do homework. Prior to coming to the Dolphins, he was the offensive coordinator three different occasions.
Okay.
Let me give you the offensive team rank.
Okay.
31st, 32, and 32.
Where was he coaching at?
2001, Tampa Bay. 2010, Indianapolis coach. And 2010, 2011, Indianapolis coach.
How the hell do you have the 32nd ranked offense with Peyton Manning as the quarterback?
That's what it got right here. Offensive team rank. 31st, 32, 30, 32. Win percentage. Well, I mean, no. I'm sorry. That wasn't a win percentage. That was no. I'm sorry. That was overall. Sorry. Offense. Here we go. Offense in yardage. In Tampa Bay, they was overall they was 26. There was 26. Sorry.
Yeah, that offense was trash. Yeah. They were
with Peyton Manning. The first year he had Peyton Manning, they was 4th in total yards. His second year with Peyton Manning, they was 30th. And then he came to the Dolphins, and they was 29th and 25th.
And what years were that?
That was with the Dolphins. That was 2016, 2017.
With Adam Gase. Wasn't Adam Gase coach? Wasn't Adam Gase the offensive coordinator calling the plays?
Technically, yes. He was the quarterback guru in 2000. So when he came in, that's why he was the quarterback whisperer.
Can we put a caveat in this though? That 2011 Colts team did not have Peyton Manning. That's when he had his neck injury, so that might account for why.
That's a good point that you brought up, because I didn't know if that was it. That means you tell me he was carried by Peyton Manning. Because when he didn't have Peyton Manning, he was 32, 29, 25, and the highest he was 15.
Well, come to find out,
the quarterback is Curtis Painter, respectfully.
I mean, yeah, like what are we talking about?
Okay.
Terry Cox, he went through 3 quarterbacks.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, but he had the 29th with when we was here with Tannehill. He's not Curtis Painter. And the 25th with Tannehill, with a running back that was rushing for over 1,000 yards.
I just want to say Von Joe's correcting his statement right here. By the way, I snuck away for a little bit, but
respectfully, he better than Bobby Slowick? Now you want me to go see Bobby Slowick them years where he had a rookie? He never had Peyton Manning. So we can't just flat out say that he's a better OC than Bobby Slowick.
If we broke down the 2016 team, the teams for the Dolphins that made the playoffs, right? The 2006 or 2008 and the
2016.
16.
Yeah.
If we broke those teams down, right, position by position, do you think those teams are better than this year's roster, the 2026 roster? If we broke it down, like seriously, like position by
if
position.
I say defensively, yes. Excuse me. Wide receiver, I would give them the edge, yes, because we had Jarvis Landry on them teams, right? We had Jarvis Landry. Yeah. But I'm taking Devon Achane better than everyone we had on that team offensively.
I would agree with that.
Respectfully. Now we did have a rookie in what's the Lummy Thompson. Remember that was the year with the mask. That was Lummy Thompson rookie season. And Brandon Albert was over there, so that offensive line. But we also we got an all-pro center, and we got Patrick Paul. You get what I'm saying? So when we say how much better was those teams? No, let me tell you where they got the clear edge. I will give the clear edge on defense, because even though they wasn't household names, we had if I'm not mistaken, let me go. Yeah, that was the Dominican Sue Cameron Wake teams and Kiko Alonso. But don't tell me you Tony Lippett, a wide receiver converted at wide receiver converted to cornerback, and Brian Maxwell, who was the worst cornerback when he was at the Dolphins. Now I do give hands down the safeties, Rashad Jones and Bobby McCain, hands down.
Oh, hands down, they were better.
So I would say that defense was hands down better than what we have, just strictly off the names that they had alone.
And do you think in that 2016 team, to Insanity or Utah, do you think that 2016 team was carried more by the defense or the offense, in your opinion?
Defense and running game. That was the J.J. year. So yeah, defense and run game.
Damn, I forgot about J.J. I mean, that could be equivalent to Devon Achane, right?
No, man, stop.
I'm saying Achane is better, Tone, but I'm saying it wasn't like it you're not going from Devon A. Chain when you're talking about Devon A. Chain. Damn, what's the kid? We were Jay Ajayi. You're not talking about Devon A. Chain to Miles Gaskins. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay Ajayi's
right,
closer
but okay,
to
when you
Devon
saying the
Achane.
fall off, yeah, because Jay Ajayi, that was the year he had. That was the year, like I pointed out earlier, he had the 200-yard rushes, and 2 of them were just
Absolutely.
So I'm a Jay Ajayi fan, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? You're getting too much putback. Listen, I will concede that yes, that team was better, and I was saying the way that team was constructed, how they played, it was defense and running the game. I mean, the run game. Football mind. Those weapons is what I'm saying are in the glitz and glam guys. They are the tough, hard-nosed guys that you call football dudes. Now you had one burning Kenny Stills, but Kenny Stills was all right. Like that's at best. And then we already know what Juice Jarvis Landry was. He was a dog. Like a straight dog. So, yeah, I would give the edge to what they had because they was more accomplished. But I'm speaking more to the construction of the team. Mike Wallace is not on them teams. You keep on saying Mike Wallace. I don't think he wasn't Mike Wallace was what's Mike Wallace? Mike Wallace was just even don't bring listen, Mike Wallace is I get annoyed by hearing that name. Yeah, Mike Wallace, nah. I don't like Mike Wallace at all, but he wasn't on the 2016 team at all. I forgot what year we drafted him, though.
Yeah, I forgot what year we traded for him from Pittsburgh. Or we signed him in free agency. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we got him from Pittsburgh. Yeah, he signed him. He was the free agent, and we got him from Pittsburgh. He was the clear free agent. He was the first one, I think. Either the first, who we got him? No, Brandon Marshall, and then we got Mike Wallace, right? Or was it the other way around? I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. All I'm saying is,
go ahead, my brother.
No, all I'm saying is, man, at the end of the day, bro, like, there's a lot of still question marks on this team. Like, a lot of people think that Jonas Avenea, just because he's switching from the left side to the right side, going back to his natural position, he's going to be automatic better. Remember, he was the worst graded offensive lineman in the league last season, right? So, again, that's a question mark. Austin Jackson, our starting right tackle, again, question mark, because he can't stay on the damn field, right? Caden Proctor, I think he's going to be good, Tone, Insanity. The fact of the matter is he's playing a position he's never played before. Now, I know they're going to say, oh, he played it in high school. Cool. He's far removed from his high school days. So that's another question mark. All I'm saying is we don't know what Halfley is. The other day when Tone broke down and did his homework, those numbers don't look good for Jeff Halfley, right?
In the upper tier talent, yes.
Against the upper tier talent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying there's a lot of teams on this schedule. Listen, I know Vegas can be wrong, and I know pundits across the league can be wrong. But there's been a saying that they've been saying here in America for thousands of years now. Vegas don't lose money. That's one thing they don't do. Now, they might, they could be wrong. But Vegas has the Dolphins as one of the worst teams in the league. I don't know if y'all seen Bleacher Report or ESPN and things of that nature. They have us 32nd out of 32 teams roster-wise.
Yeah, that's ESPN at 32. I got him.
Well, Bleacher Report said it too. All I'm saying is, man, listen, we all as Dolphin fans hope for the best. And I hope I can come on this channel and on Twitter Spaces and say, you know what, my brother Tone, my brother Von Joe, hell, even my sister Insanity, if she's starting to believe, hopefully you guys are right? Hopefully you're right. All I'm saying is, man, I think we're closer to a 4-win football team, Tone and Insanity, than we are a 10-win football team. Take it however you want. But nah, man, but remember, I don't think none of us thought it was going to be this much of a rebuild. This is a rebuild. They're tearing this thing down.
But hold on, who didn't? I thought we all expected this. I didn't expect them to bring in guys like, bring in Malik Willis. I would say that. When they brought Malik Willis, I'm like, that changed everything right there.
But again, I think we all can agree Malik Willis has some upside, right?
Yeah.
But it's still an unknown, Tone.
Right.
Like we've seen him, and I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm just saying, like, when people say, well, we got Malik Willis now. Okay, cool. What did we get?
But when you said a complete rebuild, I'm like, no. Once they went and got Malik Willis, that changed everything.
Well, no, because I listen. He's again, he can work his way out of being a bridge. But currently, what he is a bridge quarterback. He's not solidified to be here for the future and, oh, we found our God for the next 10 to 12 years. That's not the case with him. Now, he can earn that, right? If he plays well this season and follows that up next season and again, gets better and builds upon, then yes, I think the Dolphins extend him more and we're looking at our future quarterback for the next 7 to 10 years. But where we are today, I'm sorry, bro, he's a bridge quarterback. We don't know what we're getting from him.
But he's not getting paid at the bridge quarterback, so I can't call him that.
Well, listen, when I see quarterbacks, Tone and Finsanity, getting upwards of access of 50 plus million, 60 million, and Malik is getting 20, nah, he's getting paid as a bridge quarterback.
Well, technically. Okay.
Well, again, Tone, how do the legitimate starting quarterbacks are getting 55, 60, he's getting 20. Why do you think that is?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I could, but he's 30. If you're gonna put him in the category that's getting 50 and 60, then we keep the same energy. He's at 30. If you're gonna do average per year, because the ones that getting 50 and 60, that's average per year. That's not in guarantees. So that means he's at 30 then. Because he got 3 years, 67.5. So, nah, that's not a bridge quarterback.
Well, but I'm only doing. I thought we were only doing guaranteed money.
Well, how many teams? Okay, so what teams, right? What guys is guaranteed $50 million? None of them. If we doing guaranteed, ain't no quarterbacks out there getting 50 million guaranteed money. That's average per year.
We would have to look at it because then Justin Herbert, I think, is sitting on a $218 million contract. Let's do the math.
But that's not guaranteed, is it?
Yeah. No, Burrow. Actually, I'm wrong. Burrow was at 218. Herbert was at 217, and that's fully guaranteed.
No, I don't think nobody got a fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
No, bro. Deshaun Watson's the only one with a fully guaranteed contract. So they're not.
No. I'm saying, but that's what they got guaranteed on that contract, Tone. It was 218 and 217.
I'm putting it up as we speak. So let me see the top quarterback contracts right now.
Remember, it's the same thing with Tua, because remember they said Tua was a 200 plus guy, $1 million guy, and he was only 163.
Who? Yes, right. So I'm looking at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got 5 years. Okay, 5 years, 275
with 218 guaranteed.
No, 146 guaranteed.
Oh no! That's what remaining.
No, this is the full contract.
Well, then I don't know what the hell we've been talking about for years. Because when Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow got
275, I'm looking at him right. I'm on Spotrac right now.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong, Tom. I'm just saying that's not
average,
what we were talking about.
Average per year. This is average per year. This is without the guarantee, right? See, because because a lot of them guaranteed, they have to earn them. It's not just he's fully guaranteed that they got some things written in the contract. So guarantee at signing, this is what they're guaranteed. Everything else. So think of it at this much, which is you can add, because when you go to 200 or something, then they have to meet certain criteria, like which it could be something simple like you got to be on a roster at this time, and then that triggers your guarantee. So then you could go up to 200. Let me go to Joe Burrow. Then it become 219. If you do it like that, right? So we do that one. Then it become 43. So this is what I'm saying. No one is getting that 53, 50, but then it becomes, if you go to those type of things, but if they're like fully guaranteed, and then technically we'll have to put, add in his Malik Willis, the one that if he hits certain things, then what becomes guaranteed as well. But all I'm saying is, even though at the end of the day, he's not getting paid as a bridge quarterback, I'm not even going to put him in the top tier. I'm not saying he's not getting paid as a top tier quarterback, but give me some name that you would consider would be a bridge quarterback. He's not getting paid like them. That was my whole argument. He ain't getting paid like the starter, the premier starters. No, but he most definitely isn't getting paid as a bridge quarterback. Seeing some of y'all got we lost Lou. Lou, you still there?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay. Hey man, I told you for Sunday, Lou just wanted to rain on my parade. You know what I'm saying? I was up here killing it. You know what I'm saying? Giving these facts and stats. And he wanted to come up here and say, nah, man, this team tried. My nigga. Oh.
And he don't get, listen, we got Cameron Lou.
You know, man. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Tone was killing it lying to y'all. He was killing it lying to y'all.
It's only alive you don't believe it.
This team is not gonna be good, bro. It just is what it is.
So here's my question, Lou. Do you think this team will be able to compete against other teams that we're facing this year, though?
Well, Finsanity, I'm glad you asked. I said that earlier when I popped into Twitter space. The fact of the matter is, do I think this team is going to be after this season? I believe the soft stigma that has been around the football team, I think that's gone. I think Sully and Hafley have brought in guys that have the right mindset. Do I think they're going to be able to compete? Yeah, we're probably going to be in a lot of games. I just think when the rubber meets the road, right? Mm-hmm. Eventually, when it's even, you need certain players to kind of get you over that hump. I don't see a lot of Miami Dolphin play outside of A-Chain. Who are those players? Like who's the guy you're going to be able to lean on when rubber meets the road? We're even. It's a nip and tuck ball game. Outside of A-Chain, where do we go? I think this team will be competitive. I think they'll have the right mindset. I don't think they'll quit. But ultimately, I think they're not going to win that many games. I don't see it. I'm sorry.
So I got it. So you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. So now I have a question for you. Last year, outside of HN, who did we win to get us over the hump?
You still had Waddle on the field, though. That's another threat.
Who did we go to? I ain't asked you who was on the field. Who did we go to get us over the hump? We complained how terrible Waddle played last year. He wasn't there in them games that we needed him to win. He was a no-show.
Mm-hmm. And that's why this team won 7 games. And that's why this team won 7 games. With
our quarterback play being the worst quarterback play in the league last year.
1,000%.
That's got 7.
But again, y'all ain't gonna like it, right? But I think Mike McDaniel's a better coach than Jeff Hafley.
Okay, right there, I can't rebuttal that because we haven't seen Jeff Hafley coach in the NFL as a head coach. But what I can say is, if he's a better coach, it didn't make our quarterback be better. He still coached the worst. He was rated the worst quarterback at the time he was playing. He was the worst. Lead the league in turnovers and in interceptions. Bro, I'm sorry. If you can get 7 games out of that type of playing field, because I don't care what your roster look like. If your quarterback is playing the worst, H.M. was the only one that was getting us over those things. He was the only one. Yeah. We got a victory with Quinn Ewers, you get what I'm saying? With just H.N. as well. And all I'm saying is, you can't tell me that you can't get better quarterback play than what you got out of Tua last year. So it don't matter how you spin it, how you look at it. That team got 7 wins with nobody, basically.
Listen, again.
We're not playing the same teams.
I understand that. But guess what? The team that's on here, we crowning them based off their roster. But if I'm looking at, I pointed out when I gave y'all, Kansas City won 6 games last year. Right. And Patrick Mahomes played the whole season, except for the last 2 games.
But what I'm saying is, yes, we got 7. We are not that same team. Yeah, the mindset has changed, but we still got.
That team was trash. Is what I'm saying.
We have to still see what this team looks like.
I don't have to see this. I don't have to see what this team looked like to know what that last team looked like. I'm talking about forget about this team right here. Let's just talk about the last team and how trash that team was. It's hard to be worse than that.
It is hard.
It is hard to be worse than that. But listen, if they go out and play
possible.
worse than that, if they do, you're not going to say it's hard to be worse than that.
But
and
that's
listen,
what I'm saying.
Tony.
Look what they have to do to be worse than that, though. You have to be literally the worst quarterback in the league to be worse than that.
There's other ways, Tony.
No.
Tony, I think, and here's what I love about you right now. You are, to me, and Lou's point is, we don't know what this team is going to look like, right?
I'm not going based off the team.
Right. You have been going off of mindset, correct?
No, not in this argument. I'm going off of how trash that team was last year. That team was trash.
Hold up.
And they got 7 wins.
So you're saying, okay, so you're saying that team was so bad and got 7 wins that this team can't be as bad and get what's the name? You're still
not can't be as bad. I'm telling you, even if let's just say they as bad as y'all say.
Right.
How bad that terrible team over there that was playing horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. Got 7.
Yes, but Tone.
I'm out of my mind.
But Tone. You listen, because this is where I want, because I love that you said that. That team got 7, right? That team got 7. This team that you feel like isn't going to be as trash. You have been pulling out that the fact that on paper, Kansas City should have been a top team, but only got.
No, I never said that. I never said that. I've never said that.
Hold up. Okay, so
I've never said that.
Tone. Okay, so not verbatim, but you were talking about how Kansas City, right? People would have touted them as where they were ranked, right? Where they were ranked last year, going into last season, right? Where they were ranked, right? They would have been a top team.
That team would have won. Would have lost 6. Only won 6 games. Yes.
Right, but they did.
Right,
Even with Patrick Mahomes as their quarterback.
Right, and that's my point.
So what, Tony? What we're saying is, I get your point. We don't know, but what we're saying is, we don't know what this team is going to be to say that they can do that they can get to 7.
But
we don't
all
know.
I'm pointing out. But my point is, what you're saying is what my point is. The play, how horrible they was playing. How let's just the Dolphins, even in Kansas City, even in Baltimore, how horrible they was playing. They still was able to get 6 to 7 wins. So all I'm going based off, hold on. All I'm going based off, even if this team was playing as trash as the last team, that team was still giving you 6 and 7. Well, our team gave us 7 wins with the worst quarterback play. So you can't tell me that I cannot have a realistic expectation of saying, even if Malik Willis is the worst quarterback, he's not going to be as terrible as Tua was. And even if he was, even if he was, because Tua couldn't scrapple.
Right.
That might be. Hold
up, Lou. But also earlier, because I'm just going off of what, and I hope that because I know that you're a stickler for what you said, how you said, what.
No. That's you, because that's how you listen. But go ahead.
No. Earlier, you said that this is the ultimate team sport.
Yes.
So I love how you're trying to talk about Malik versus Tua, but there's also other things that have changed on this roster that's not coming back. So when we say,
like what? Give me like what?
The defense.
What was that defense do? That defense was I'm glad you said it, because I know that was y'all go. They was historically terrible. That's what I'm saying. That's my argument. They was historically
terrible too. You get what I'm saying? You're living off of too much credit.
Hold on, I'm not giving them. No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Hold on, listen to me.
Listen.
No, listen. No. Listen to what you're saying.
Yes,
that team that was historic in history. In history, they was worse. They still got 7. So you gonna tell me we can bring
but this defense could be worse.
Hold on.
This defense could be worse than that.
How? Based off what? That team could be just as terrible as that.
It could be just as terrible. It could be just as great.
They still got 7.
So our point isn't negated because you want to see it with sunshine and rainbows.
I never said it was negated. What we're saying is this is based off. You said this team is going to be trash, and I'm like, okay, I don't care if they were going to be trash, because I watched that team that was worse than trash. Because we keep doing this since we want to talk about what we're saying. We keep on saying over here, I don't care about the names. Tell me how they played in a Dolphin uniform, And in a Dolphins uniform, hold on. That team last year was historically trash. Now, if you're going to tell me I'm going based off that, one thing that I won't forget and no, historically trash for me, it doesn't come around often. So you know how bad you got to be? This is not the first. I pointed out the Brian Flores team. Name-wise, that team was dog. That team was trash. He still got 5 wins out of that. So for me to come here and say, you know what, I'm looking at, and that team did not have 2 first-rounders on that team. That team did not have an all-pro running back on that team. That team did not have an all-pro center on that team. The team did not have an all-pro linebacker on that team. He got 5. And y'all want to tell me about a roster that could be worse than what they with last time?
Yeah,
I know one thing.
That's because Brian Flores isn't coaching it.
I understand,
Yeah,
but
that's the point.
Brian Flores' first year, though.
Like,
that was his first year with a terrible team. So
right,
at the
and
end
that's
of the day,
fine. We don't know. Listen, all we know is what Heffy has said. That's why I said we don't know what it's going to look like. Luke can say it's going to be trash, and that's cool. I can say, but he can also say it's going to be competitive. He also said that as a caveat.
I'm not saying they won't be trash, though.
Huh?
I'm not saying they're not going to be trash.
So
I'm saying even
that.
I'm saying even if that's what y'all listen. Even if that team even if that team is as trash, which I don't think it could be, as last year, that team still got 7 wins by being trash.
That was that team. That is not.
That was that team, though. Yeah, every year is a different year.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, so if this team it's a trash as that team
that brought up 2016 and how we made the playoffs.
The construction. That's what the construction. How it's
right?
constructed.
It was the first year.
Tough. No, I found out. Yeah, it was his first, but not because it was his first year. I'm talking about the construction of that team.
Yeah,
run first, tough, hard no, and they on defense. But that's why I said, okay, now give me the defensive players. You're not going to tell me that we looked at those defensive players and was like, oh, those are all pro guys. Right. Those are great guys. No, they wasn't. They aren't. So when we look at this team, how many first-round draft picks did we have on that team?
But that does not correlate because they're different variables. Like they're different people. Just because those guys did it, yes, it is a possibility that these guys can do it. I'm not saying that that's what's the name not possible and all that, but we don't know. You're talking.
Well, I was the only one that said I didn't say I was lying by saying it. I was the only one called out by saying I'm lying to them, saying that this team trash. That's what Nick told me. But people told me. So what I'm saying is,
I'm just saying it's a crazy take to come out and say because last year's team that was trash won 7, that this year's team is automatically going to be 7 or above because. That's just a wild take. I didn't say they automatically.
What I said was, my take was, if they don't get at least 5, if they don't make it to 5, it's a failure. And the reason.
Go ahead.
Okay, but you saying that's a low board, but so then y'all arguing something that I didn't say because y'all making it seem like I said that team is going to win 9 or 10 games regardless. That wasn't my take. My take was. Hold on. This was my take. My take was they should. There's no way if they get to 4, they don't get past 4. It's a failure. Period. And the reason why I kept on saying that trash team won 7. So even if you worse than that trash team, which was historic, it should be difficult. You still should be able to get 5. Be worse than that team because that's 2 less victories. That's what I'm telling people. And if you're gonna tell me that's not a realistic expectation. Then we shouldn't even be playing football.
No.
One over the projection, I believe is realistic. Like, let's be fair. It's only 1 over the projected. Like, it's not like they're doing something like astronomical by getting 1 game over what they're projected to get. Respectfully.
It's not even about the projection, though. If you're saying, Tone, they can get 5, I'm with you. I'm debating if they can get 9 or 10. I'm debating if when the people tell me they're going to get 11. That's what I'm debating. This team is not getting, bro, I just want to tell the people, this team right here is not winning 9 games. They're not winning 10 games. Now, if you want to argue, hey, they can get 5, cool. I'm not going to argue with you if the projection is 4 and they get 5, or hell, they get 6, cool. Give them 6 if you want to. 6 is closer to 4 than 6 is closer to 10. And that's all I'm saying. People think because we got the boogeyman Mike McDaniel out, we got the boogeyman Chris Greer out, that all of a sudden the problems are solved. We got Malik Willis, and now we're off to the playoffs. This team is not ready like that. Again, they're building. I like what they're doing, right? They can continue to improve, and hell, they can sneak out a win here, a win there. They can even get up to 8, let's say. Cool. What we're saying, all I'm trying to do is pump the brakes, though, with people that think this team is going to make a playoff run. Like, that's all.
Playoff run or make the playoffs?
What? Well, again, make the playoff. You know what? I'll stand on business. This team is not making the playoffs. You can bet your house, bet your mortgage, sell one of your kids, do whatever you need to do. This team is not making the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you're saying this team not making the playoffs, and then if that's the argument that I want to have with the 2016 team, that's why I will that's why I will ask the question. We could have said the same thing in 2015.
Okay.
I don't care what you say. That team is not making the playoffs. All right, so cool. So what I'm saying is, you cannot tell me if you saying that, then I could literally here say, well, this team could make the playoffs. I can literally just sit here and say this team could make the playoffs. You want to know why? Because the same reason how you looking at this team and you don't like the players on that team and you don't like the way it's constructed, I can say, well, we could have said the same thing in 2015, and that team came out in 2016 and went to the playoffs. So I can say that, and that's why I said, you know what? Let me bring up the names for everyone that don't believe me. You don't have to believe what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, I say it's just you have the. I'll put it this way. You have the same amount of percentage of them making the playoff this year as if they don't make a playoff this year based off the reason y'all say we're not going to make the playoffs. Because y'all looking at this roster and y'all saying this is not a playoff roster. I'm like, well, how many times we seen teams all the time that not look like a playoff roster that go to the playoffs. So you can't tell me, and that's why I bring up examples of you're not looking at that team and saying that's a playoff roster, but they
what are those teams? What are those teams that they don't have no rosters, but they're making the playoffs?
That don't make a roster, they didn't have a playoff roster and make playoffs.
You're saying that we can.
I just gave you the 2016 Dolphins. I gave you that team.
Can I introduce you to the 2019 team?
So you gave me.
I think this team is better than that one.
You gave me one. That's an anomaly. You can go and get me 2016. You can give me 2008. Again, this team hasn't won a playoff game in 25 years. They've been to the playoffs twice in 25 years.
Well, I'll give you Lamar Jackson team his first couple years.
Those Raven teams, again, any Raven team. If you want to say tone offensively, those Raven teams were not good. You got it. Since Lamar Jackson has been a Raven, again. Team, right? We're talking about the aspect of the team. Those defenses have been tough before Lamar got there. They're going to be tough after Lamar got there. Let's not like to pretend.
You know what? You know what? Let's put that.
Are we going to sit here? Are we going to sit here and pretend like the Ravens have not had a good defense?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they didn't have a defense. See, this is what I'm going to say.
Any of those Raven teams.
What year did he come in? What year didn't Lamar come in? 2019.
2017, 2018, something like that.
Wait, God, was he?
Yeah, I think so. Either way, Tone, while you're looking that up, the fact
2018.
That okay, 2019. Those Raven teams from 2019 till today, those rosters are 10 times better than what the roster is here in Miami. It's not even close. You can sit here and pretend, and we can pick, this person. Stop. The team in Baltimore is better than anything this team has.
That 2016 Dolphins. We could go to 18. That 2016 Dolphins isn't.
Why we ain't talking about the 2026 Dolphins?
Because I'm comparing teams that didn't have. I'm comparing teams that didn't have quote unquote. How you say playoff rosters? So let me get you. Okay, the Dolphins. I mean that defense in Ravens. Brendan Williams at end. Chris Warnley at deep nose tackle, Brent Urban at right end, Terrell Suggs. We know he one of them guys. That's one of them guys, right? C.J. Mosley, you can say he a good.
He was one of those guys back then.
He was. I don't even say one of them guys. He was okay
with the Ravens. He was one of them guys. Now he went to the Jets.
Right. He was okay with the Ravens. I'm looking at his stats. He was okay.
Okay. All right.
Right. Patrick Wooser was the right inside linebacker. Matt Judon was the right outside linebacker. Brandon Carr was the left cornerback. Marlon Humphreys, you could say he was one of them guys. He went at the Ravens, right? Tony Jefferson and Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle.
So don't
Eric Weddle better than anything we had.
He was a vet. He was a savvy vet, right?
You already brought up Marlon Humphrey. Brandon Carr. Now again, he's no world beater, Tone. He is better than any corner. He's better than any corner we got on this roster.
How? No, you know what? Hold on.
Have you
Let me ask you. Hold on, because I said that to say something. He wasn't like that before he got to the Ravens. He became that at the Ravens.
But he was there when he was like that when he was there, though.
Exactly. But we haven't seen these guys. So these guys can be the same way. That's why I gave you names. Because before they played, we would have looked at that roster. You weren't saying Brendan Carr was one of them guys. You wasn't. None of them guys. But guess what? They went on the field, and then now you're like, well, they balled out. That defense was, you get what I'm saying? Okay, cool. And that's all I'm saying. If we just gonna go by roster, I could go name all these teams that we forgot that they wasn't them guys when they first assembled. We forget this because we only play the results. But what I'm doing right now, we got to keep the same energy for those teams. You ain't know them people. You need 3 or 4 people you know in them games. So don't tell me they was 10 times better because they wasn't. Afterwards, yes. Afterwards, but you don't know.
We don't know 4 people on our, we don't know 4 or 5 people on our defense. What we talking about?
But you said it was 10 times better. You wouldn't have said that.
Is.
Now, this 2020 hindsight, I'm saying you weren't going to say that then and say, oh, yeah, that defense, that team was coming from Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, all them.
They were coming from a pedigree, right?
Yeah, they were coming from them guys to that.
They were coming with.
Tell me that's the same type of team.
They were coming with a
McAllister and all them. Come on, bro.
They were coming with a pedigree, though, right?
I'll give them the pedigree, but we talk about names.
We don't have no pedigree here in Miami. Is what I'm saying.
Cool. Okay, but we talk about roster. You said the roster was better.
Who was there?
You're moving the goalposts now. But you said roster though, Lou. You said that roster was 10 times better. I'm not. No.
Better,
me and you, we close to the same age. I remember them teams. Don't tell me they had names. Because Terrell Shards had to make a name for himself.
I don't care about the names.
That's what we going off this team. We going off
the team was better though. The team was better than the 2026.
We haven't seen this. We haven't seen this roster play, so we can't say that yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
We ain't seen Chris Johnson yet. Have we?
We haven't.
Okay, so let's see.
We've seen Storm Duck though, right?
Yeah, we've seen Storm Duck. Yeah.
We've seen Marco Wilson when he was in Tennessee though, right?
Yes.
We've seen Lonnie Johnson when he was with the Raiders though, right?
Yes.
They were trash, Tom.
Did you see Jordan Brooks?
They were trash.
No. Did you see Jordan? Did you see Jordan Brooks?
All right.
Did you see Jordan Brooks?
Just one.
Huh? Did you see Zach Sealer?
He was trash last season.
Zach Sealer got 2 back. He got 10.5 sacks, but more than any of them niggas on that team outside Terrell Suggs. He had more than them. So we could do this if we want to talk about players. Huh?
What did Zach Sealer look like last season?
He wasn't himself.
Trash.
He wasn't himself.
Go ahead and say he was trash.
No. Well, he wasn't trash. But all I'm saying, but we talk about names. We're not talking about production because before that, we were. So you know what? I'm glad you said that. Guess what? Let's do this. Let's play this game then. C.J. Mosley that year had 15 tackles and a sack.
Sounds like Chop Robinson. Sounds like Chop Robinson. That's what it sounds like.
But he one of them guys. We want to talk about stats. Oh, you know what? Let's go to Big Dog over here. Where he at? Terrell Suggs, 7 sacks.
And what year?
What that mean?
The year that we talk about.
2018?
Yeah, 2018. 2018. 7 sacks, my good brother. He has 7, Lou.
I know you don't want to bring up 2019.
But no. We talk about. I said Lamar Jackson here.
Oh yeah.
See, y'all trying to move the goalposts.
Oh, look, 2018, right?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah. 7 sacks. Let's round numbers. If we want to talk about numbers, I'm looking. It's right in front of me. That left end, they start left end, 16 games, 1 sack. No tackle.
Okay,
well,
what that
he
mean?
only played 6 games. 1 sack. Right end, Brent Urban, a half a sack. Patrick whatever his name is, 5.5 sacks. Matt Judon, right out, 7 sacks. The rest of them, 0. Well, these the cornerbacks and safeties. You're right. 1 interception, 0 interception. Don't go by stats. Because you're not gonna win that battle with the stats. So don't tell me
I'm not.
you're going based off name. Like I'm saying, you're going based off name. So if you go,
you're the one talking about stats.
No, you said no. When I brought up stats, Zach said you said how he looked. He was trash.
He was trash last year. I didn't bring up. Then
they know Tucker was trash. These guys that do CJ Mosley was trash.
Right.
So that team is right in the line with this team.
Okay. All right. How many wins did that team have?
2018, like 10, 11, 10 and 6.
And how many games Lamar played as a rookie?
Was that his rookie season? No, that was. Oh, hold on. What's that? He played. Okay, so Joe Flacco played 9. So 7 of them.
7.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Right.
So that's all. I'm just saying teams. I'm just saying he started 7 and played in 16. That's all I'm saying, bro. We could. I ain't come up and just talking, Lou. I'm not just gonna bring up a team that I'm just saying. Same way you go ahead. You kind of froze. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, finish your point. Then I just want to ask a question.
No. All I was saying is, hey, shout out. First of all, I missed this young man here. I almost said that he ain't get me worked up in a while.
Let's go.
Hey, God, dog. But all I was gonna say is, if all you got to do is, I'm just saying, and obviously we both have arguments here. But if we gonna just go based off face value, what I have to go back with this team, then you said I had one. Now I just gave you 2. I'm quite sure I could go find more. A team like that would, like, before they established themselves, we would have said the same thing about those teams. We would have. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. Right. But go ahead, for Sandy. What you was going to say something?
I love how you brought up how many teams, didn't look like a playoff team and they made the playoffs by roster and paper.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know they made that team. I didn't even know they made the roster until I pulled it up. But I remember he didn't have the names when he came in. That's that. But go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is, do we see teams on paper, like with no names, right? Not look like they're going to make the playoffs and not make the playoffs as well?
Wait, not look like they're gonna make the playoffs and not make
look
the playoffs?
Like they're not going to. So just how you can say
you basically they look like they're not gonna playoffs and not make the playoffs and they end up not. Yeah, we see it all the time.
Okay, then so
yeah, but that still don't change the fact. I
just wanted to put that caveat point in there because you said that of course every now and then
all I was saying is Yeah. All I was saying is the same way y'all could come up here and say, no, this team is trash. I could point out, I'm like, yeah, you can say that because you go off face value, but there's teams that look like this that actually made playoffs. So that's what I'm saying.
Do you? Because like when you say this stuff and you argue, I just have to get it on. Do you think this team is gonna make the playoffs?
I will be able to let you know after training camp.
Okay.
Let me see how the boys go out there and play.
Not even have a stance, okay.
Remember my initial argument was that they have to before even seeing them. Before even seeing them, I was saying if you don't win more than 5, more than 4, it's a failure, right? But to come out here and if you're gonna come out here and tell me like that, oh no, this team will be trash, they not going to the playoffs, then I can turn around and rebuttal that and be like, oh, you're going based off face value, then I could give you a reason why I believe they can go to the playoffs.
Well, Tom, to your point, saying that the team last year was so trash and they won 7, I would feel like your point should be if this team doesn't get to at least 7, then it's a failure. But like I said,
no, because what I was saying, my caveat was even if they're worse than that, because they're new. Like I said, we don't know who that team is. We don't know who this team is. At least they had some people returning, and I'm like, well, a team like that was trash got the 7. So even if they're worse than that team, and it'd be hard to be worse than a team that started off historically terrible, which means it don't happen usually. Even if they worse than that, they still should be able to get the 5.
What's not a failure to you, Tom? With this team in 2026, what record would you be like? Oh no, the season wasn't a failure.
I said that they got to at least get 5. But that come with Kev.
So if they get to 5, you're saying it wasn't a failure.
Yeah, but that I was just saying that come with caveat. Malik Willis have to show promise that he could carry a team. Like if he was the reason that we won 3 out of those 5 teams, I'm like, no, we building something here. Now you could build around him. That's not a failure to me, right? Because just like I wouldn't say 5-11 for Brian Flores. What did I say? Brian Flores was in contention for Coach of the Year for getting 5 wins out of that team.
To be fair, though, that Brian Flores team that won 5 out of the last 7 games, at least the 2026 roster was better than that one. That's why Brian Flores was up for Coach of the Year and this, that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Tone's insanity. You remember that Brian Flores year, bro, he was getting guys off the street on Wednesday and starting them on Sunday.
Yeah, but I mean,
we ain't doing that with this roster.
I mean, we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. Now you saying that? Remember, we strapped for. We didn't got too much of the what you call it.
No,
sorry,
I'm saying, you know what? You're right. We ain't gotta wait till Wednesday. We got bums on the team now. We ain't gotta wait. You're right. They're bums now, Tone. What are you talking about? These guys are
I mean, trash. If you say that, but what I'm saying is, so when you, like, for instance, they did have Devontae Parker on that team. They did. That was and he had 1,200 yards that year.
Devontae Parker's better than anything in the receiver room right now.
Yes, he is. But I'm saying, but when you say that team was worse than this team, I'm like, that this team is better than that. I'm like, they had a 1,200-yard receiver on that team. They had Christian Wilkins on that team. They had Xavier Howard on that team. They had Eric Rowe on that team. They had Nick Needham was so they had people on that team. Jerome Baker was on that team. So these wasn't if these wasn't guys that, like you're saying, that was coming off the bench. No, Nick Needham ain't come off the bench. Eric Rose ain't coming off the bench. You get what I'm saying?
Nick Needham was a UDFA, bro. They found him
right,
off the street.
But I'm saying, but he wasn't getting off the street. You have UDFAs that come in and show. But Xavier Howard wasn't coming off the street. Off the street, he was a 2nd-round draft pick. Jerome Baker wasn't coming off the street.
Y'all told me Jerome Baker was trash. Y'all told me Jerome Baker was trash.
I ain't tell you that. Now, we said Christian Wilkins was the 1st-round draft pick. He wasn't coming off the street.
Eric Rowe
was a savvy veteran. Eric Rowe made a name for himself in the. I think he was a Super Bowl winner the time when he came in. He wasn't coming off the streets, but all these players was on that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? They had a savvy veteran that knew how to win in the league and Ryan Fitzpatrick, but we ain't gonna say Ryan Fitzpatrick was no world beater.
At that time, he was better than what Malik Willis had showed in the league.
Yeah, I get it, and he got and with that. But you have my argument out with that team that at least had people that had some success in the league. They still had him as Rashad Jones was on that team. I forgot Rashad Jones on that team. I'm looking at the roster. Come on, they still had him.
Y'all always say that coaching matters, though. Brian Flores was a better coach than Jeff Happy.
You know what? I would lean towards that because I love I think Jeff Hafley would have to have a type of coaching season that Brian Flores had in order to to get some victories out of that. I'm with you on that one. I'm 100% with you on that one. But all I'm saying is, because for me saying 5 wins would not be looked at the failure. I'm like, yeah, because look, I thought 5 wins wasn't a failure for that team. So it's not like I'm just doing this because we got Hafley and who. No, I'm looking at what he was working with and how he got them victories out of this team. You can't tell me that I can't say that that's not a failure when not everyone, majority of people 4.5. It's the measuring stick. You get what I'm saying? Now, do I think they're gonna get 5? No. You know what I'm saying? That's borderline saying, okay, bro, you did, because for them to get 5. And me to say it's not, that is not a failure. They can't just get the 5. Malik Willis have to show some promise. If they get the 5 and Malik Willis look trash, disaster. And I'll come in here and say, nah, that's disaster. That was a terrible team. I have to stand up here and be honest and say no. Because just because you got the 5 and that don't stop right there, Malik Willis have to show that he was worth bringing in. Right. If not, no, that's a disaster for me. And I would have to come in and say, listen, I got to be honest, and I can't just sit here and say that 5 was a successful one because no, that 5 came with a trash quarterback that looked like we still in the same position that we were coming in. Why you wasted that money on him?
See, but that's where I'm conflicted a little bit because I don't think Malik Willis is going to be a train wreck. I think Malik Willis is going to actually play good. This team still ain't going to win.
Oh.
That's the point I'm trying to make, Tone. Like, yeah, you can have Malik Willis and he can show you the flashes, which I do believe he's going to show, right? I think he's going to help the run game. I think he's going to help in the play action game because the RPO game, he puts the defense at stress. So I'm not saying that I don't think Malik's going to be good. I just think that, okay, when the rubber meets the road, it's nip and tuck in the fourth quarter. We have Malik Willis. We have Devon Achane. Like the Chargers, right? The Chargers, 2 people ain't beating that defense.
Greg Dosich.
Don't tell me Lou came back for you to say Greg Dosich. And on camera for you to say Greg Dosich.
Shout out to Greg Dosich. Hey, you know what? Fitzandy, now first of all, don't let Lou get you in this trap because that's what Halfley and Sonny told us.
I mean, what?
And matter of fact, hold on.
Let me change my hat.
Lou actually like Greg Dosich. If he want to keep his word, Lou actually think Greg Dosich is good. It's gonna be good this year.
Do you know this man, Finsanity, just made me get up on a bad leg? I ain't even supposed to be walking on this leg. This man done made me get up so I could change my hat. Did you say Greg Dosich?
Didn't you say you like? You say he was showing promise. You said this, Lou. You can't. It's recorded, so you can't take that back. He said so. So you can't get up and walk on the dude that you said has some promise.
I like him, but I don't think he. Again, okay. So let's say 3.
All right, yeah.
I think the Chargers have 3 better players on defense than we have on our front.
Yeah.
I would say again, a lot of people
got Darren
say
James over there, so
they got Darren James, right? They still brought Khalil Mack back. I think.
Khalil Mack is Nick Bosa. I mean, Joey Bosa still there?
No,
No, he's in Buffalo.
He's Buffalo.
When we play Kansas City, everybody tells me how great Steve Spagnuolo is as a defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Now, who has the upper hand in that matchup? Steve Spagnuolo or Bobby Sloan?
Steve Spagnuolo. Well, coaches it's Steve Spagnuolo, but I put that defense on the same. I ain't gonna say the same playing field, but in a similar situation because of how much they lost. So we got to take them at face value. Remember, they lost both.
They still got Chris Jones over there, right?
Yeah, D tackle. Okay, cool.
They lost both of their lane. They drafted, right?
They drafted him. We drafted Chris Johnson. They lost both of them.
Who's better? Who's better? Chris Johnson and Mansell Delane.
Coming out of college, I'm taking Mansell Delane. I ain't gonna cap. Taking Mansell Delane for sure. But they lost both of their starting quarterbacks. They lost one of their I think both of their starting safeties, but I know at least one of their starting safeties. They lost both of their starting ends. So and the middle linebacker. See, we forget about this. Nick Bolton gone.
No, I think they still got Nick Bolton over there.
I mean, not Nick Bolton. The other one, no. The one we wanted, Leo Chenal. Yeah, he's the other starting linebacker. Leo Chenal, he's gone. So that's all I'm saying. It's not like that team is the same. They lost a lot.
They did, but again, it looks like Patrick Mahomes will be available. That's what it looks like.
And we getting him week 3.
I'm not saying he's going to be 100%. They just brought in the Super Bowl MVP in Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
They have Rashid Rice. They have Xavier Worthy.
Do they?
Well, they're going to have Rashid Rice, hopefully.
Are they?
They still got Xavier Worthy
coming off injury. He might not.
They still got Travis Kelce, happy married man.
Kelce,
right?
Shout out to Kelce.
Happily married.
Kelce, older Kelce. So I give you that. But we talk about defense here though. With all them people on there, they won 6 games.
Team.
Who? Well, you know what? You sure right. They won 6 games.
That team with less talent, Miami Dolphins won 7.
Now, everybody in this chat told me, killed me, right, when I was defending Mike McDaniel. Coaching matters. Coaching matters. Coaching matters. Who's the coach over there in Kansas City?
Andy Reid.
Who has the advantage in coaching?
Andy Reid, hands down. You didn't get no question for Andy Reid.
When we play Detroit, who has the coaching advantage?
Say what? Oh, yeah, Dan Campbell.
When we play Chicago with Ben Johnson, who has the coaching advantage?
Ben Johnson.
All I'm saying is we have a lesser roster talent-wise, And the teams we're playing got better coaches. But we're supposed to win.
But what if Hafley comes out and shows that he's a good coach? Because Ben Johnson had to show that last year for us to say. Because going into last season, I wouldn't have said that because we ain't seen them. The only reason I'm giving you the answer to that because you give me a bunch of guys that we seen coach.
Let me ask you a question.
That.
Okay, cool. Right? As coordinators, who did a better job when they were coordinators? Jeff Hafley as a defensive coordinator or Ben Johnson as an offensive coordinator?
That's a wash.
A wash?
Yeah. Go. Listen, you can say all about Jeff Hafley giving up whatever. Listen, at the same time,
look at the Ben Johnson offenses in Detroit. You want to go look?
Go look at them at the end of the season when they needed them. They fell off too.
The man was in the NFC Championship games home.
First of all, hold on.
What are we talking about?
Hold on. They always had a top rush defense over there in Detroit too, right? One or two. I know there was two.
Aaron Glenn over there as a defensive coordinator.
Okay, but they still had the number 2 rush defense over there. They still were carrying their load, right? With all the weapons, though, all I'm saying is what his offensive rank. I don't know where they were. I will have to look it up. Jeff Hafley had a top 10 defense too. There was 8 1 year and what 13 or 12, 8 and 12. So he like I would say a little bit of wash.
Yeah. It's a wash.
That's all I'm saying. But if you're gonna give me the head coaching thing, I gotta be. I can't be over here and just because I gotta be honest. I can't. That would be the delusional saying Ben Johnson won't have that. Got that? Yeah.
When we played Buffalo New England twice, who has the coach on the bench?
Of course, Buffalo. Not New England. New England had it.
Week 2 when we played the 49ers, who has the coach on the bench?
I don't know. The people starting not to like Mike Shanahan no more. I mean Kyle Shanahan no more. But I'll say I'm joking. That was a joke.
So we got 2 with Vrabel. We got Kyle Shanahan. We got Andy Reid. We got John Harbaugh with Jim Harbaugh with the
Jim
Chargers,
Harbaugh. Mm-hmm.
Right? Ben Johnson with Chicago. Dan Campbell with Detroit. Like we're going into the game with lesser rosters and lesser coaching.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying.
And I'll just point out that Detroit and Kansas City didn't make the playoffs last year. So I don't care what the coaches do. You got to produce. So all I'm saying is it's not a guarantee. So no matter how you put Andy Reid didn't make the playoffs. Right. In all those games, 99% of them they had the advantage at quarterback and head coach, and defensive coach. 100% of the game they ain't no. I'm trying to see who I wouldn't put nobody over Steve Spagnuolo right now defensive wise. Well, maybe I ain't gonna lie. Nah, maybe that boy Mike Johnson over there. He been doing his thing, but at the end of the game, that ain't guaranteed victories.
You right.
So every time you could tell me, and for every time you say, well, they had the coaching, they got the better this and that, I could come back and say, and they still won 6 games and they still won 7 games respectfully.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
And that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I'll give you that. Hey man, we are past 2. Listen, Lou, we could do this.
That's
all
my
day.
bad. My bad. I'll take the blame for that. My bad.
We're not even doing a third topic because I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna pass this up to have a back and forth with my brother for old time's sake. No sir. Listen, I know. Listen, Vicente enjoyed kicking back, chilling. She had a great look at it. She did. Hey, take a load off today. Hey, hold on. I want y'all to go back to the
first hour. Dang.
Vincentity's been great.
Hold on. I was just about to say. I was literally just about to say that.
Take a load off.
I just want y'all. I want y'all to go back to the first hour now, right? When me and Vicente was up here, and but at the beginning of the show, I said, can't wait till my brother come back sooner or later. But when you come back, they're gonna try to jump me. I remember I said that. Now they're gonna try. I know. Vicente said, remember you did that, Vicente? Luke come up here and both y'all trying to jump me on these victories. That's all I'm saying. You know what? Call me Tone to dramas. That's what you call me. I don't care.
That's your question. How is it jumping you when you know which side we are on versus the side you on? It's not jumping.
You know what?
You chose a side, and we chose
that is a great
side.
point. That is a great point, Vicinity. If you know that that's a rival game over there, and it's you and it's three of them, you know they on the other side. If they beat you up, that's still a jump, right? You know it's coming. So y'all still jump me. I don't care what you said. Y'all still jump me.
It's not a jump.
You know it's coming, so y'all jump me.
Jump. My question would be:
This is for sure. Great to have you back, man.
Appreciate you, Mike.
Thank you, Lou. I appreciate you. It was extremely entertaining. And I just want to say, for you to be back and you still on IR, you were sitting in that ring.
It's crazy. Hey, I know one thing. He might not let his wife see this episode. I know that. It's not. Listen.
Look, I'm in the room. I got the door locked, shut. She can't even come in the room. So,
Look,
hey, listen.
If she put this on.
She done heard you scream a couple times. But Lou.
You know what, Lou? I got you right here. Go ahead, Vicente.
You are one of the more brilliant minds when it comes to fights.
Appreciate that.
Who do you have? Because we don't have to argue. I just want to know, who do you have tomorrow for the main event? That's all.
Oh man, listen. I'm definitely gonna be watching. I'm a fan of both fighters. I love Max Holloway because Max Holloway, he comes to just straight up throw hand. Ain't gonna be no grappling. It's gonna be you when you see this, you know what's coming.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With that being said, though, I'm gonna take the underdog. I'm gonna take Conor McGregor.
And now we about to argue for another hour. All right.
Well, I'm just saying.
This man, you know what? If I don't make it back on the next episode, it's because I had to go through surgery. Because I can't believe I heard this man say that.
What I'm saying is, listen, there's something because
he is a great fight mind. He don't believe that.
They had all they had all the weigh-ins, all the stuff today, right? I don't know if y'all heard Dana White. I think it was either today or yesterday on ESPN, but he said that Conor McGregor now has 3 out of the top 4 draws, right, in the UFC. That's what he has, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The cash cow is back, and I think that the UFC is going to kind of want to double dip. If you get my drift, I'm not saying it's going to be rigged. I'm just saying that I think Conor McGregor gets it so they can find another
did lose last time. They knew cash cow that they were trying to push. He did. We're like, I'm gonna say on here. I told everyone that listen. I don't talk fight game things that I watched. I told y'all because y'all know on Max Holloway and Topuria beat him, but I told y'all Max Holloway was tooling him up all first 3 rounds. He looked like he didn't even belong in the ring with Max Holloway, but Max Holloway don't got knockout power. But Justin Gaethje do. And I say when Justin Gaethje touched that match, that Topuria, we ain't see his chin get tested. We did see him get beat up and not be as aggressive. And if Justin Gaethje touched him like he did, he's going night. What did he do? Quit twice. That's all I'm saying. But Max Holloway, I ain't think about that. They lost all their cash cows.
They did lose all their cash cows. They lost all of them, Tone. They lost all of them, right? So all I'm saying is, listen, at the end of the day, do I think Max Holloway is going to – I think he's going to win. Let me just say that. I do think Max Holloway will win. For the underdog. I do. For me personally, though, I would go for the underdog because, again, I love both fighters. Right? But I would like to see Conor McGregor, especially because if his heart is in it, the one thing I like about this,
and he'll bang it too, Lou. Don't forget because you said that about Max. You ain't going down to the floor with him.
They ain't gonna be no grappling tomorrow.
No,
ain't gonna be none of that.
This could be a fight for the BMF.
Listen, you know what tomorrow will look like when I become 100%, right? And I show up at the tailgate, right? Even though this is my brother, I love him, right? But he's been taking these jabs right at me when I'm. So Tone got to see me, right?
Lord.
What I'm saying is I'm not grappling with Tone. When I walk up to the tailgate and I'm walking like this, and I see Tone across, I'm gonna do this to Tone, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow that's what it's gonna be. Actually, the whole card, Patty the Batty is back. You know what I'm saying?
You know what they got
a nice card.
Whitaker. They got our boy Whitaker on the undercard. It's
crazy. Crazy.
But listen,
Yep.
I want to get this out. I want to get public service announcement to the wifey, Lou. Tell the wifey. I know you probably gonna see this, and you probably gonna want to kill me. So because I made my brother get up, I'm gonna do something that I've never done in my life. And she probably was gonna make me do it anyway. I'm gonna take a shot of Cafecito for that. I'll make up for this. I'm taking a shot of Cafecito because she said I couldn't do it without it. And I have never coffee I ain't never did. But see, so just give me a pass. You know, I couldn't pass up an opportunity to get my brother on camera. Well, he got on camera up here and argue with him. So I will make it up. I promise you that.
Listen, at the end of the day, every time I've been here recently going into Twitter is because I've been in the hospital and she hasn't been around. So again, there's two people up here and maybe a couple other ones. I don't want to single nobody out, but especially Finsanity and Tone. She won't mind me coming up here and being with y'all. So that's to show that she has the love and admiration for y'all, and she knows what y'all been doing carrying this when I haven't been around. So at the end of the day, you know, my wife don't want me talking to everybody, but
No.
you two, it's you know, it's all love. So.
All right. Make sure y'all hit the like buttons. Make sure y'all subscribe. Listen, I want to say thank you, like I said at the beginning and at the end, on behalf of the Blitz Pickup. Listen, there hasn't been one time that I asked you guys to subscribe, and y'all haven't. You know, and y'all been subscribing, going up. Now I did notice. I'm starting to see them. You know, we seen it today. I had to change a few things around. You know, I made a couple of mistakes, so they wouldn't send out our notifications. But I started fixing them around. They started going back out. But appreciate y'all, because even through all that, y'all still been subscribing. You know, we still got a lot of new subscribers and support. We still got the best chat on YouTube, bar none. So appreciate y'all again, man. Check the poll. Check out the poll. I think it's a very close poll, so check out the poll. I see Mike Best saying it. I'm trying to go check it out now.
And we haven't done it in a while. But for a man to write, check the poll, and Tone to regurgitate it. Hey yo,
hey yo. Miss Sandy, can you end it and give us the numbers?
Hey, Finsanity, I'm saying, what am I supposed to do with that, Finsanity?
Pause.
Yeah, that is true.
Can the Miami Dolphins prove the doubters wrong? 52% of you said yes, and 48% said no.
Ooh, I ain't expect it to be that close. God, dog. Hey, shout out to you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, Miami Dolphins, at the end of the day, all the players on the team, we're gonna listen. Monday, we're gonna get into this Patrick Paul situation. I wish we had time because I know Lou would want to hear. Did you hear it? Did y'all by any chance, Lou? Did you hear the interview?
I haven't listened to it, but I know he was on with Teron Armstead. I seen he was on.
Now the tour stuff you ain't gonna like because he said that's his dog, right? But as far as mindset, as far as him trash talking Myles Garrett, even though he was thrust in and then he talked trash again and said, but the second time around he was zeros across. I can't. Monday we'll be back and we're gonna address that because the mindset. Teron Armstead saying he had to be the one to calm him down. There's a bunch of coaches out there. I think it's a bunch of people on this panel right here that told y'all players set the culture. Players respect the players more than coaches. From Patrick Paul putting hands on people. Go listen to the interview, Lou. Putting hands on people. You understand me? Cussing people out. Oh yeah. Teron Armstead had to put that man to the side and say, man, you got to relax. They said he was too arrogant, came in with confidence. They called it arrogance. Now, there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, but I'm just saying the mindset. And it's crazy how, what did I say? We was over here because we was the first one saying we didn't know who he was. Now, I didn't know. A lot of people, and that's what you do homework, a lot of people, he thought he was going first round. He went second round and took that personally. Got thrust in, and now look at him. Believe in himself. So we will be covering that. Listen, again, Monday, we will be covering that because we're not letting that go. Because over here, right, we've been saying this from day one. Mentality, players, and I love the fact that when they asked him about his season, guess what he pointed out? Oh, when I watch it back, I don't watch what's good. I watch what I did bad. I know. So we two. I know a channel that been telling y'all that for all the positive, that's how you get better. Monday. That's a sneak preview on Monday. Vicinity. Well, oh, sorry. You got anything before we get out here, Vicinity? I was going to tell you to end the show, but
well, first of all, only one person is in this show today, and that's
facts.
Lou. Shout out to everybody who's gonna watch the fight tomorrow. Thank you all for coming and being here with us all week. We really appreciate it. I have my second open mic that I'm doing tomorrow evening, so wish me luck. Yay! Snap,
Good
snap,
luck.
snap.
Good, yeah, for real. Good luck.
And hey, I'll see you guys Monday, 8:00.
Hey, Lou, my good brother. You know what I'm saying? Been a long time waiting on this. So go get us up out of here, my brother.
Hey, man, first of all, before I get us up out of here, I'll say, because I've been listening, for everybody that got us over the 900 mark, we're well on our way to 1,000, but we appreciate y'all because I know, it's been, we've kind of been stressing, not stressing about it, but putting it out there. So appreciate everybody getting us to 900. When I end the show, I'm not going to go to no memes because I want to do it myself. For my brother Tone, for my sister Finsanity, know who I am. Gold chain is back, baby. Cuban Link Lou, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. But hey, we'll see y'all Monday. I'm not missing no more. I'm back, and we love y'all. We'll see y'all Monday. And Camera, Cuban Link, and you know what it is, the Blitz Pickup. Bang, 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 bang.